he made, and inevitably the favor that he will have lost among the Florida following, golly, maybe forever. Going to finish the dream. Again, these are his decisions, and he could be perfectly happy and peace with them. Whatever. I don't know. Most people that I know that grew up lifelong Gator fans and they got to play there, to have the privilege and honor of running through the tunnel on senior day, last out to the loudest ovation. I don't know how much you can pay for that. I don't know how much that life experience is worth. I don't know what they do over in Baton Rouge on senior day when you've been there 4 months, but enjoy. Anyway, the Doring Report a little bit later today. I got off track. Watching NFL football last night, it was just, there's a couple stories from last night, and they're kind of interwoven, aren't they? First, let's just sit here for a second. Have we really properly put in perspective just what in the hockey sticks the Vikings are doing here? What? This is the bizarro path to prominence. Usually, when you go from bad to good, it's because you've made big changes to coach and quarterback. Ultimately, those big changes involve an upgrade. If you've gotten better, involve an upgrade at quarterback and a new, inventive, infectious coach. We saw that here in Jacksonville in 2022. The Jags went from a miserable, 3-14 football team to the playoffs with a quarterback emerging, growing, getting better, and a new coach with a new culture and system that apparently had a short shelf life, but nonetheless, that's how the Jags got remarkably better. You don't go from double-digit losses to the playoffs a whole lot in the NFL without some sort of major reason. Tom Brady's out for the year, say. So here are the Vikings, who in some bizarro world have gone from double-digit losses to now tied with the Lions for the lead for the top seed in the NFC, and they've done it by getting rid of one of the best quarterbacks in franchise history, like an auto 4,500-yard passing guy, tremendous chemistry with Justin Jefferson and his rise. In this case, Kirk Cousins. They did it by keeping the same staff on offense and the same head coach in play. They did it by going and starting either a rookie who got hurt, J.J. McCarthy, or in this case, Sam Darnold, who I will remind folks, no one wanted. And here they are. Another easy win at home last night. The addition of Aaron Jones in the backfield has been big. This guy, Jonathan Grenard, the former Gator, started his career with the Texans. It's like a sack a week for that dude, it feels like. And the Vikings are seem pretty legitimate. It doesn't seem like there's going to be some, falling back to toward the average. Now 12-2, and again tied with the Lions. I think they got another game with the Lions left. Not positive on that. I haven't checked out the schedule. So, I mean, just to take note here of what the Vikings have done and the bizarre order of improvement. I saw a stat. It's a short list of 3 or 4 teams that have gone from double-digit losses one year to at least 11 wins through their first 14 games the next. And I believe the Vikings are now 12-2. I believe. Let's double check the standings here real quick. They're at the top. 12-2. Vikings 12-2. Lions with the tiebreaker for now have the division lead. But yeah, sending your veteran, successful, a lot of playoff appearances for Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. Sending him on his way. Yeah, man. Vikings at Lions to end the season. Ooh. Vikings got Packers second to last week. Keep waiting on them to kind of come back a little bit, but I tell you what, the double-digit losses led to an easier schedule. For Minnesota, they also drew the AFC South, which is weak sauce, especially with us no showing 2024. But a win last night for the Vikings has them at 12-2, which takes me to the other tangled part of the storyline, and that was the quarterback that they let go. And maybe that is part of the reason they're improved. Maybe we should have asked when the Atlanta Falcons seemed to employ an odd quarterback plan this offseason, paying a veteran a bunch of money on a relatively long-term deal and using a top 10 pick on a quarterback at the same time. And we really questioned, man, why would you do that? And yeah, the question is, why would you go sign this guy for all this money? Kirk Cousins continues to be below average. Was again last night. Falcons muddled through, found a way to hold on in the end. In a game that they really dominated all night, blocked kicks, turned over Desmond Ridder, couldn't put him away. Kirk Cousins is terrible. This is a streak now. This is a long stretch of just bad quarterback play. And again last night, and the O-line's not protecting it all either. Falcons snapped a 4-game losing streak, but only because it was the Raiders and Desmond Ridder at quarterback. Let me go ahead and give you a sneak peek at next Sunday afternoon's Raiders Jaguars tilt in Las Vegas. Expect a game that looks a lot like what we saw in Nashville a couple of weeks ago. That's what the Raiders look like. They look like a Titans. Just a bad football team. We're a bad football team. I imagine we'll go out to I imagine we'll go out to Vegas. Shout out Circa. Imagine we'll go out to Vegas and see a 16-12 game. That's what it looks like. I know the Raiders are terrible. They're 2-12, and we're horrible. Right? There's no getting around it. We're just awful. We find a way to lose every game. What's the spread for the game this week? I know that's what you're asking. Are we, E.T., good morning.
The
Raiders are 2-12.
Uh-huh.
Last night, through three quarters and another 12 minutes, failed to score a touchdown. Down to their third or fourth quarterback. A coaching situation where the seat gets hotter with every miserable loss. Who do you expect favored in the game this weekend? Jags at the Raiders. Who's the favorite in that game? What's the betting line, do you suppose?
I ain't gonna lie. I think the Jags probably favorite.
Yeah, Vegas by 1.
Oh, man.
We're playing a 2-12 team who is 1-5 at home this year, who is being led right now at quarterback, and I use the word led loosely, Desmond Ridder. 2 wins all year, and you're an underdog to that team. That's your Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, granted, there are a lot of pieces missing, but guess what? The Jags are on their second quarterback. The Raiders, again, third or fourth quarterback. Minshew out. Connell out. I don't know what Connell's status is. Could he come back? I mean, the Raiders better hope so. Ridder's terrible. They're missing running backs. Amir White's out. Raiders are awful, man. They're like Titans, the Jags bad. I hate to include us in those teams. We'll see if the offense can actually click a little bit week to week. I'll let you hear from Doug Peterson when we come back on the other side. Bottom line, though, with Kirk Cousins and the Falcons last night, they do hold on to win 15-9. Ball was in the air. Last play of the game, the Raiders got it down about the 30, 35-yard line, got a couple of cracks at the end zone, and ball in the air on the final snap. Falcons able to jump up and intercept it and hold on and snap a 4-game losing streak from 6-3 to 6-7, now 7-7. They're a game back of the Bucs. The Bucs schedule really easy. They play at the Cowboys this week. That's their hardest game. Falcons still have a trip to Washington to play the Commanders. So it looks like Atlanta is going to totally Atlanta and take that 6-3 huge division lead, having already won both games against Tampa, a huge tie break, and they're going to throw up all over their cleats and miserably limp into the home stretch of the season and miss the playoffs yet again. Welcome to the wild world of Atlanta. All right, let's turn our attention back to our Jaguars, who I said do go to Vegas this weekend. Kind of playing out the string. Draft capital is really the biggest drama that's left of the season, no matter where you fall. And I'm not, this is kind of how I would, let me say it for the other side. I'll bring E in as well. We're up and going here. It's the Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Downtown, owned and operated, over 100 years, family run. That's who you can count on. Count on Catlin at Catlin Truck Accessories.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
The big stories from the weekend's big game.
They're fans of football.
That's what Postgame Monday is for.
What a game. Amazing.
Brought to you by Daddy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Cigar smokers, All-Pro Lyman Leon Cersei here for my favorite spot, Cigars International. The Cigars International Superstore is now open at the Town Center, a massive 6,200 square feet with over 600 cigar brands, a full-service bar, and indoor and outdoor lounges with flat-screen TVs. Give their old-fashioned a try. It's the best that I've ever had. Follow on social for holiday specials and events. Cigars International is now open at the Town Center.
Roland Reich Plumbing. There when you need them. Big or small plumbing problem, call Roland Reich Plumbing anytime at 260-7059. 260-7059. Where quality and experience count.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I'm Frank Frangie. Join us Friday as our show goes live from Spring Sports Bar in Jacksonville Beach for a Gator watch party presented by Karis Wealth Planning. A free beer for anyone who donates to walk-off charities, compliments of Strings and Karis Wealth. So join us on Friday.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guesses, just straight up action. Does your other sports bets pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start out using my promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The NFL teams with the powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting the game total unders has been printing money. Stack that on the MyBookie Risk-Free Thursdays. That's right, there's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you that bread back. Sign up now and get double your deposit bonus with MyBookie. It's the best bet for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
When mice and rats show up in your space, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents, and they'll keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so do we. Don't live with a rodent problem. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
Hacker here, coming in at 205 pounds, night and day, thanks to Awaken 180. Guys, gals, the program is simple without needing to take injections for life. The clear choice and the choice of all of us. Awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm with Greg
Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. No matter the weather, Triumph has an unbelievable selection of rides where you can get out and just enjoy the highway.
They do. The new Rocket is out with the new color schemes, the Tiger 1200, which has been revamped. These bikes are nice, gorgeous, and ready to ride.
And if you want to take a look at the selection, they can just roll into the showroom and see a full variety.
We've got them all in stock and ready to go.
So if you log on, cyclesofjacksonville.com, search the Triumph line, and then head into the showroom. You'll be impressed. Cycles of Jacksonville.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I think he could have. I I really do. I think early in the season, when we had everybody, we were just finding ways to get him the ball at that point. Just plugging him in with Christian and Evan and Gabe and everybody. And but now these last couple of weeks, it's kind of been his show, and he's really done a nice job. And as the season's progressed, each week we've given him more, so again, just been a big bright spot for us on offense.
Oh, let him eat. He's talking about Brian Thomas Jr. Let's feed the stats, man. Why not? We're to the end of the year. Let's pump up those stats. Got 14 targets this past week against the Jets, and show of hands who thought it was too many. Not me. Give him 20 targets. Give him half the targets in the passing game. I'd like to see more Brenton Strange. Doug Peterson spoke well of him yesterday as well. I'd like to see Strange, and he will have the opportunity now with Ingram hurt. Can he piece together consistently? Can he do what we saw week in, week out? That's where Ingram's value has come to this team, right? Steady Eddie. Guy catches 110, 115, 120 passes. He's getting, 6 or 8 a week. And Strange filled in perfectly for Ingram. He wasn't missed. Everything that Strange did looked like Ingram was playing with maybe a little more size. It's so bad for the Jags right now. E and I had a little bit of fun here in the break, and then I figured it out, thankfully. That's why I can tell this story, okay? But the team's a mess, right? The personnel's all jinky because they keep losing guys, and you pick guys up off of other practice squads, and it's just fodder. You don't even read the headlines anymore. You don't care who's on the practice squad. You don't care what 3-year veteran was snagged and is now on the bottom of your roster playing special teams, right? Point being, all of you and us can't name the 53 that played on Sunday. It just can't. It's just to that lost part of the season where, there are people in the starting lineups that aren't household names due to injury and other factors. So anyway, let's take you inside the business, all right? I'm going to peel back the curtain for you. It's how we roll. No pretense here on the drill.
That's right.
All right, so every time there's a press conference, Santa's elves here at the radio station take what Doug Peterson says, and as we say in the business, they cut it up. They put his comments, onto the audio files, and then they put a little description next to the comment, so as we guide you through what the coach is trying to get across, we have an idea of what's about to be said, right? So say they're talking about Trevor's injury in rehab. It would be Doug Peterson, 18 seconds, and then it would say Trevor's injury in rehab, right? So I'm looking at yesterday's transcript, so to speak. And here it says what the question was of Doug Peterson at yesterday's press conference, and it was whether or not he sees Price playing more. So I turned to E. I thought about this for a second, making sure I don't have old man brain here. I said, you know how you know that the franchise is really, really struggling to connect? And he's like, no, man, what you mean? I said, well, there's a soundbite here apparently from Doug Peterson. He's asked how if Price is going to play more, and to he, I said, well, just who in the place is Price? I mean, we're the flagship station here, man. For every Jaguar practicing game since the franchise was founded. I would like to know if there's a player on the roster who seems to be generating enough buzz that he should get more playing time. I'd like to know who this Price is. Somebody bring me Price. And then as we're going through it, I say, you know what? It must be Prince. Must have left the in out. And yeah, it's the rookie corner. Rookie corner out of Ole Miss. So whether it's Price or Prince or others, it is the time of year to get your young guys snaps and get some indication of what you might hope the next guy will have in the future.
Yeah, if you get an opportunity, you're still trying to go out and compete to win the game, right? So, but if you get a chance to play one of your young players, and it's a good time to do it, then we'll do it.
I'm really excited to see how Price does this weekend. Look, meanwhile, it's a challenge. We know this. It's give him credit for fighting. We said this yesterday, and really, like honestly, the Jets and Jags, two terrible teams that have fallen way short of any goals they had, and they fought pretty good, put on a good show on Sunday. Both teams had the want to that you would like a professional to show. And so give our Jaguars credit, man. I left them for dead in Detroit. There was a lot of QUIT in that effort. It was embarrassing. But they have continued to battle, even though the failure is everywhere you look, right? They're failing in their assignments. The coaches are failing to put them in the best situations. The coaches are failing to develop them to the absolute max. The front office is failing to build a roster as well and sturdy as it could be built. So there's failure to go all the way around, and that leads to sometimes having to have an effort on the coach's behalf to keep your team, a challenge to keep them focused. But so far, so good, according to Coach P.
It becomes a challenge, but I'll tell you, the guys have really, I haven't seen it yet. Any sort of disconnect, and obviously that falls on my shoulders, right? To make sure that doesn't happen, and just continue to lean on the guys, the leadership guys, and we got 3 games. We got 3 games left, and you want to be able to go out and play well and win these 3 games, and give yourself a chance each Sunday. But I haven't seen that yet, and that's positive for the guys in the locker room.
I will say this: if the Jaguars' offense can operate this Sunday, and this is the challenge, the lack of consistency here. We went back and revisited yesterday, but let me finish my thought. But if the offense can perform like it did this past Sunday, the Jags will get a nice 2-score victory in Vegas. I promise you that. If the offense can go in with it, listen, it's the first time I've not left a game darn near furious with the game plan and the play calling. It's been the biggest beef I've had all years. We never have guys wide open. We got guys open this past weekend. They found something and utilized it, right? We saw a lot of those swinging gate passes early, but they were effective. They're getting 6-8 yards almost every time. Wide receiver screens and short passes to tight ends, and that opened things up. And offensively, for most of the day, the Jaguars moved about as efficiently as they have this year. If they can do that against the Raiders, they'll win. They'll win easy. I am told or reminded on the text line, Design by Lifetime Enclosures, that O'Connell could very well play this week. That would make this a more competitive game, for sure. Not that he's been world beaters, but he's a lot better than Desmond Ridder, or, potentially at least. Jags, though, underdog as they play this week in Vegas. All right, got more NFL with a football fix. We'll do that coming up next segment. Bowl season really gets underway this week. I think there was some bowl over the weekend. The bowl system overall, I read a long kind of in-depth column on the bowl system and just how fragile the whole thing is right now, between losing the best and brightest to the football playoff to now this viewed as a consolation to players. When the bowl system started, it was a tremendous award. Kids on college campuses just beamed at the opportunity to go to a bowl game, to be treated for 3 or 4 days like royalty. College football players used to not make $1 million a year, so if you went to a bowl game and got a free grab bag and some grub, you felt like you were really being treated well. You went to sunny cities and you played marquee games on national TV back in the day where you couldn't watch Texas Southern and UTEP play on television. Well, the bowl games had a prestige about them, and it's obviously long gone. But here's the problem. You got the trickle down, not just of the implication of the biggest, only important games being in the playoff, but now you got players who are just so willing to opt out like nothing. We're fortunate here. Jackson Dart's going to play for Ole Miss. A lot of players are playing. Throw in this nonsense of the portal being opened as teams are preparing for their playoffs. College football is so screwy. Gosh, it's screwy. Top to bottom. It's going to take some leveling out here. Hopefully some wiser heads prevail and we take note of the landscape and what is being messed up and fix it quick, immediately.
I think I heard or I read somewhere that Marshall, they can't participate in the bowl.
Their coach left.
But because of like a lot of their players.
48.
Oh, my goodness.
48 players went to the transfer portal.
That is insane.
How about we put the portal in January after everything?
Right.
Why does it got to be now?
Right.
And why? Again, they're back in it. The players are no longer burdened. Right? Enough. They're more than taken care of. It's okay to cut back on them. It's okay to put some rules in. Okay, you can transfer once. That's it. If you transfer after that, NIL's not available. It's okay to put some parameters.
Rules. Yeah,
that's correct. It's ridiculous that they don't. It's cowardice, really. It's the grown-ups in the room not stepping up and putting some order to this, not trying to take anything away. But listen, this is going to all come back, man. This reminds me of any other trend or boom, and Bitcoin's the only one that's actually worked and had staying power. These people, these places where there's boosters or businesses are not going to continue to pay 18-year-olds $500,000 to either not play or to play poorly. They're just not. These aren't, like unlimited billionaires funding all this. These guys well off, want to help their college programs, want to fashion a way to pay them. But again, we're in a system, again, this is not a bashing of Luke Kromenhoek. I mean, I saw one service that rated him the #1 transfer portal prospect, but I also know what I saw when given the opportunity. And for him to be paid $500,000 and say that's not enough seems kind of ludicrous to me. I mean, I'm all for earning off of your accomplishment, your value. These kids are being handed value that it's artificial. So there's some little things can be done here that still keep the avenue open for achievement and success dictating what you get out of life, not just a handout. Let's come back with a football fix. I brought this up, though, first to just tell you, I through it all, Dion's guys are going to play for Colorado and I believe the Alamo Bowl, right? So we'll see Travis Hunter, we'll see Shedeur Sanders. And we've had so much speculation about, Dion will be done once the Sanders crew is done. He has continued to say he is just fine and happy exactly where he is. I saw they got a big pickup in the portal yesterday. #1 defensive player in the transfer portal rankings, at least according to ESPN, former Alabama defensive tackle Jaheim Otis. #5 overall player in ESPN's transfer ratings. #1 defensive player, has 2 seasons of eligibility left. He was the number 38 overall recruit when he came out of high school. And the latest big name to join Deion Sanders at Colorado, the portal-heavy approach to rebuilding their roster. It certainly paid off this year. They're in top 25 right now, the playoff rankings, 9-3 record. And Otis took notes saying he's headed to Colorado to make the team great again. We all know how important quarterbacks are, and just because the one that's leaving happens to be Deion Sanders' son, it's not the familial bond being broken that's going to be tough to replace. It's going to be how good a quarterback Shedeur Sanders is. Football Fix next. You're listening to The Drill on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Listen, I do want to remind you it's holiday season, and my friends at Catlin are certainly more than well aware of this. So great Christmas gift ideas for the truck or SUV owner in your family. WeatherTech floor mats, roll and lock bed covers, cam locker toolboxes, seat covers, everything in between. Hey, you don't know what to get? Call them for a gift certificate, and you can count on Catlin for Christmas.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
College basketball today, number 7 Florida participating in the Jumpman Invitational in Charlotte as they are going to take on North Carolina. The 7th-ranked Gators have a perfect 10-0 record. North Carolina not ranked. They are 6-4, and Florida is a 3.5-point favorite. The over-under sitting at 166.5. NHL hockey coming up this evening. The 16-10-2 Tampa Bay Lightning set to play host to the Columbus Blue Jackets, and it is the Lightning who are favored, paying out at -270. Columbus pays out at +220. I'm Matt Pauley. This has been your action update on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Jeff Norman.
And I'm Mike Jones.
And we are the owners of Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
With the holiday season upon us, we want to take a moment to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and say thank you to our amazing customers.
We're so grateful for the trust you place in us each year. It's been a pleasure serving you, and we hope you have a wonderful holiday season with family and friends.
And remember, if you have any issues, we'll be here to help throughout the holidays and beyond.
Merry Christmas from all of us at Duck Duck Rooter.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. The first 50 customers get a free True Screen upgrade, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, Florida drivers, the holiday season is upon us. When celebrating, always plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Besides, a DUI could cost you $10,000. Not exactly the best gift you could give yourself. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Get fishing tips and stories from Captain Kevin
Bite's gonna pick up pretty soon
on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Whoa!
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hackers don't take the holidays off. Do you know if your data is safe? One attack could mean financial losses and damaged trust. DoubleCheck Cybersecurity protects your business 24/7 with AI-enhanced solutions. Stay secure. Visit doublecheck.com today.
Ho, ho, ho! When I need gifts for special people, I go to Tobacco Cove at 3849 Bay Meadows Road. They have everything you need to make Christmas as special as they are. Find the finest in limited cigars, pipes and pipe tobacco, and the accessories that make life easier like humidors, cutters, and lighters. And don't forget Lampe Bergère fragrance lamps. So, take my advice and go to Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road, and make this Christmas one they'll remember.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barber here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barber Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarberOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barber Orthopedics.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Head coach Doug Peterson, during his Monday presser, tried to explain why so many close losses this season.
Players ask us why all the time on certain things, and for me, it's to find out the whys. Why are we still making some of the same mistakes? And it's got to work two ways, right? The coaches have to obviously explain the information.
Jag quarterback Tyson Campbell remarked on how he wanted to see the Jags wrap up the next 3 games.
Just finish strong, man. We got 3 games left. Making sure we take it one game at a time and just try to go 3-0, but go 1-0 each week.
Running back Travis Etienne Jr. has a plan for his last 3 games of the season.
And just go out there and put great things on tape and, just try to be the best running back that I can be for the team.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yo, YBH. All right, back 6:45 on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday again. Stuff those stockings with some Catlin gift certificates. If you don't know what the truck or SUV lover in your life needs, they need something. You know, it's funny, like big brand business as the only way to win a national title is really reserved for, exclusively football, primarily, almost exclusively college basketball. Not quite as exclusively, but still, I challenge you to go down the list of college baseball champions either. But again, you'll find Wichita States and mid-major programs. But like football, I mean, it's so much that it's even classified different. There are teams that play Division I basketball and baseball that in football aren't Division I. But if you're going to go find me a football champion, it's awful hard to find anyone that's not a Power 5 school whose name is often, percolating. I guess if I go back in my mind to get to the first big school, and it was a controversial vote, and a lot of people would tell you they weren't the best team that year anyway, but BYU won a national title in the early 90s or late 80s. Ty Detmer. because they went undefeated and they beat a 6-5 Michigan team in a bowl game. It's just the system was different. They voted for a title. They're the only undefeated, and whatever. So BYU, you go back from there though. What Army? Is that how far you got to go? I mean, right? It's Notre Dame, Alabama, Penn State, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Georgia, Florida, FSU, Miami, Clemson, all the USC, UCLA, Michigan, Ohio State. It's a big boy in college football any and every year. That's who's winning the title. That's it, and that's that. Look, for the most part, it's college basketball that way. There's some certainly Cinderella runs by mid-major teams, by lesser teams. And certainly of late, we've had Gonzaga, we've had Butler play for the title. So, again, not exclusively, but, still for the most part, you're going to get a blue blood by the time you get down to the end, Power 5 level team. But, man, you step away from the big three, and it's anything goes. I mean, check out sometime who wins, like, the hockey championship. Or in this case, the men's soccer championship. They played the title game yesterday, E.T. It went into sudden death OT. This is the national championship in D1 soccer. The same field that'll give us a football playoff this weekend with names like Georgia and Texas and Notre Dame and Penn State and Oregon and down the line. You want to guess who played for the national title last night?
North Carolina?
No.
Okay. I know they got a pretty good program.
Yeah, there's a lot of good programs. You're right. And there are some small-ish programs, but you're not going to find the combatants in last night's national championship game. You're not going to find them in the ACC or the former Pac-12. You're not going to find them in the Big Ten or SEC. You're not going to find them in the Big 12. You're not going to find them in the Ivy League.
Dang.
You're not even going to find them in the,
Colgate.
No, maybe hockey one day, Colgate. No, last night's national championship and a program first in soccer, D1, Vermont. Vermont is your national champion in soccer.
Oh, that's crazy.
You ready? You ready to see who they beat? Marshall.
Oh, okay.
That's your natty. Marshall, who can't field a football team to take to the bowl game, played for a national title. And by the way, Marshall won it all about 4 years ago. So soccer, another point being, it seems like only the rich can thrive, and that's certainly true when it comes to football and to a lesser degree, but still a strong degree basketball and baseball. But, man, you get to some of these others, you go win you a men's volleyball championship, Long Beach State. You do you. Fire the band. We got a football fix. Let's take you some of the news and notes. The National Football League. We'll start with a couple of Monday Nighters last night. Man, the Vikings, amazing. I mean, they decided to part ways with a veteran quarterback, went what they thought would be with a rookie, injured, didn't play at all. They went to a cast-off, and he's got him at 12-2. He is Sam Darnold, and he gets a lot of help from Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison's been a terrific find at receiver. He's just growing into more and more production. Aaron Jones is a great pickup in the backfield. Big upgrade. It's more like what they had when Dalvin Cook was in his prime. But Sam Darnold is really just an unbelievable success story here. How this guy has produced a season like this after what it appeared his career was. This would be like, Blaine Gabbert going to a team, 6-8 years ago and having them 12-2 and in line perhaps for a top seed. Vikings-Lions play last game of the year, so that could be a really, really big one as the Vikes are 12-2. The Lions are 12-2 as well, and I believe the Eagles are also. So a fight for first in the NFC, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Atlanta just hangs around. Will be relative there. Ball in the air on the final Hail Mary attempt, but it was intercepted by Atlanta, and the Falcons were up 15-3 because they had to settle for field goals all night. They had a touchdown to safety, 2 field goals. Kirk Cousins is awful. There's literal talk. They play the Giants this week. Atlanta has to win out and hope Tampa loses. Or, in fact, if Atlanta wins out, one of those wins would have to come over Washington. Perhaps they could sneak back into the wild card hunt. But they look like a team that's a lot more likely to lose out than win out, including a home game against the Giants. That's how poorly Kirk Cousins is playing. So I think there's some legitimacy to those that think you should put the rookie Michael Penix in. And before you say, man, rookie, week 15, bail on the veteran. How's Jaden Daniels doing with Washington and their playoff hopes? How's Bo Nix doing with the Broncos and their playoff hopes? Yeah, rookie quarterbacks just built different now. They're a lot more prepared than they were back in the day. And Kirk Cousins right now is becoming a liability at quarterback. And it's been an awful 6 or 7 game stretch here. He's just turning the ball over left and right. Whole line hadn't been great either. The bottom line, though, Falcons 7-7. And again, they got a game against the Giants, chance to get to 8-7. They got to catch the Bucs, though. Bucs have a 1-game lead. The Bucs schedule, super easy. They play at Dallas this week, and then they have Carolina and New Orleans. Falcons have the Giants. They're at Washington. And also have the Panthers at home, I believe. All right, continuing with the football fix. Listen, no longer in the NFL, but perhaps soon to be on a college sideline near you. Call it the Deion Sanders effect.
Yeah.
You know, right? This is a big name guy with a good football mind. Dion decided he wanted to coach, and he's been quite good at it. Well, not that there haven't been former football players who have become coaches. There are a bunch, but not the kind of level of name that we're seeing like Deion Sanders or the one I'm about to drop on you, who is apparently considering, and that's going and taking a college job. And like Dion, I'll give Dion credit. He didn't just demand a Power 5 job, right? He went to Jackson State, built a winner there. Used that to get to Colorado, where he has built a winner in short order there. Mike Vick, they're I think both Norfolk State, Sacramento State, a couple of the programs that are in it. So with Vick showing some interest in being a college coach, that interest is apparently being reciprocated. Oh man, first round pick Clyde Edwards-Helaire by the Chiefs. It's, look, you get a couple of luxury picks when you're winning and you're picking at the bottom of the first round every year like the Chiefs have, all these Super Bowl appearances. But that Edwards-Helaire, he's the one guy that was part of that LSU machine who hasn't translated. Right? The receivers have all been terrific. Jamar Chase, Jordan Jefferson, Joe Burrow's been outstanding. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was a problem that title year in LSU, but it did not translate to the NFL, released by the Chiefs yesterday. The fellas were talking about it yesterday. Everybody's darling pick, the Lions, man. They just continue to get hammered by injury. And you can lose a lot of depth on defense and people not notice, but when you start throwing out fantasy superstars, then people will go, uh-oh. And David Montgomery, a very important piece to what is the best backfield in the NFL. Like, best dual combo backfield or Gibbs and Montgomery, and now it'll just be Gibbs. Montgomery gone for the year. They've also lost a defensive tackle. So Montgomery going to sit out the rest of the year, sprained MCL. He's going to have additional testing. They're hoping maybe they could get him back for the playoffs. Meanwhile, Aleem McNeil starting defensive tackle, torn ACL. Oof. Gonna have to change the open on the red zone. Taking a little bit of backlash after something appeared in red zone coverage this weekend that, as of yet, had never appeared. It's bound to happen. What appeared, you ask? Commercials. That's right. Viewers, quote, outraged as the NFL red zone breaks with their premise of, quote, 7 hours of commercial-free football. It's how every red zone opens. Sunday's broadcast of Week 15 did not live up to that pledge. Viewers noticing featured multiple ads throughout the day. Most of the ads came in the form of the split screens with the game action still visible, but it was a major talking point, especially when you kids kick it around on X. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. I watched the red zone when I got home, and I don't recall the ads. I'm so used to the split screens and playing through that I guess you can throw them up there now. Tell you what I'm not doing, paying a lick of attention to whoever the ad is in those split screens. All I do is watch what I'm watching in the game on a smaller screen. I pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The Football Fix, brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and Mandarin Home Life Business Auto. We call that a bundle. And the home course at Jewington Creek Golf Club. Join me at the home course for the best value in golf, the Jewington Creek Golf Club. Continuing on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Who brought the house to their feet? Listen to this place. Universal Roofing Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Wide open and just what they needed. Experience the universal difference on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
My name's Jim. I'm 53 years old. There should be options in life, like ways to lose weight. Medications now feel like the only option. I mean, it sounds like a guarantee. I do have friends who have lost weight with them. I tried holding off. I did other diets, but I was miserable. I'd rather be fat and happy. The problem was I wasn't happy fat. I was about to start the meds, but then I heard of Awaken 180's GLP-1 program. Turned out it does the same thing as the meds without injecting myself for life. It absolutely worked. I dropped 45 pounds. I'm now in maintenance, and I feel better than my friends who are still on the meds. Listen, I barely know what GLP-1 is. What I do know is Awaken 180 worked for me, and I was far from miserable doing it.
Thanks, Jim. You all know our success with Awaken 180, and now with Awaken 180's GLP-1 balance, you address the root causes of weight issues. Do it naturally, then keep it off. Awaken180weightloss.com.
We're H-A-P-P-Y, H-A-P-P-Y, because Happy Honda Days are here. Everything is bigger. Bigger selection, bigger discounts, bigger trade-in values. Honda, quality, value, safety. Don't miss Happy Honda Days, going on now at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, y'all. Melissa Scobie here, and you know my husband Josh could really kick that ball. But when it comes to working around the house, well, not so much. So when I need irrigation, drainage, or seamless gutters, I rely on John Haney's crews at Clearwater. Hit it, guys.
Clearwater Irrigation.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up, use the promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on MyBookie Risk-Free Thursdays. That's right. There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with MyBookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Hey folks, Dave Binion with Zero Res. I asked my wife what she wants for Christmas, and she said the same thing she does every year. She wants a clean home full of family and friends. That means the carpets, the tile and grout, the large oriental rug in our family room, and the huge sectional sofa that everyone loves to hang out on all need a good Zero Res cleaning. Give Zero Res a call and get your carpets cleaned for only $49 a room, and get your tile and grout cleaned for 25% off. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and thank you to all the members and contractors for their continued support and partnership. Together, they've helped build a stronger foundation for Jacksonville since 1901. Enjoy spending time with your friends and families this holiday season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Local 234, make the right connection. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Prosser here for Lifetime Flooring. You've heard us rave about Lifetime Enclosures. Now let's talk about Lifetime Flooring. I can tell you firsthand, the product, services, best in Jacksonville. As you know, updating your floors is one of the most dramatic changes you can make to your home. Call the experts at Lifetime Flooring now and ask about their buy one room, get one room free promotion through Christmas. 0% financing, available to meet any budget. Visit their beautiful showroom just off Phillips Highway. And as always, tell them Prosser sent you.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. 7th-ranked Florida men's basketball team is on the road to face North Carolina in the 3rd Jumpman Invitational this evening, starting at 7 o'clock. The Gators are coming off one of their most impressive victories of the season with their win over Arizona State. You can hear the game live on 1010 XL AM. Florida football learned some good news on Monday when AP first-team All-American offensive lineman Jake Slaughter made the decision on his future with the program. Though he's eligible for the NFL draft, he confirmed he'll be back for a 5th and final year with the Gators. Florida State head coach Mike Norvell is giving back $4.5 million of his salary this year to the university in a 1-year restructured contract, according to Yahoo Sports. Contribution is part of the school's shared revenue directly with athletes under the new House Settlement Agreement. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently at 7:02 and it's 63 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! Super Tuesday! Rock the boat! America! I know what this is, E.
Talk to me.
I know! I know what I'm listening to.
What you listening to?
This is Rod Wave!
No! Oh. I couldn't find a good Rod Wave.
This ain't Rod Wave?
No.
Man, you made me look bad.
No, man. I was going to set you up proper. This ain't Rod Wave.
Man, the house was packed for Rod last night.
Oh, man. The kids love Rod Wave.
Man, Rod Wave was rocking.
Rod Wave, he's in touch with the city.
Rod Wave knows the city.
Yeah. I was in there.
Oh, Rod's the big guy.
Yeah, Rod Hefty.
He's a hefty dude.
Frumpy.
He's a frumpy fella.
Yeah, no, this Waka Flocka.
Oh, we couldn't get any Great Gatsby from Rod Wave?
Oh, I like that.
We couldn't get Street Runner from Rod Wave? Somebody's on Wiki. We couldn't get Boys Don't Cry from Rod Wave?
Oh, man.
Rod Wave was rocking right here in Jacksonville last night.
He was.
And he was there. Good for him.
I was in the biddy.
We had a packed house, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How was the SSW factor?
Oh, man.
Yeah?
As soon as I walked in there, I'm like, man, they got that sweet, stinky lit.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's good to be here on a Super Tuesday.
School night.
Thank you. It's a few things to talk about during Dan time. I was thinking about this, and we'll get this a little bit later. We'll take a look at this a little bit later, but going into this NFL football season, right? Forget the Jags for a second. I've buried them. I said, look, honey, a treasure. Let's bury it. Wasn't all the talk about the AFC and the quarterbacks as far as AFC v NFC? Well, I don't know if it was v NFC as much as it was there. And this seems more like it was a thicker narrative last year than this year.
Boy, it's tougher to get to the top in the AFC because all those great quarterbacks
Is that not still true?
It might be.
Yeah.
But
I still take Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Allen, maybe the top four.
Yeah, but I might take Philly, Detroit, Green Bay. I think the NFC playoffs might be fantastic. I think Tampa is a tough out. I think the Rams can beat anybody. My point is the NFC is a lot better than I gave it credit for early on.
Okay.
I think that the NFC North is having the greatest division in the history of the game. The top three teams Jeff, have 34 wins. Has that ever happened? I would suggest you no. 12-2, 12-2, 10-4. Whew.
I think that
and I love the way that the Bucs just went out to L.A. and beat the Chargers, who are one of those teams that we talk about in the AFC.
Well, I'll remind you that that the Broncos went to Tampa and beat them this year 26-7.
Good one.
I mean, there's it's
Good
the
one.
league to a degree.
It is. I just think I think it's much more equitable than I thought it would be.
Okay, I didn't realize the disparity was that great, particularly at the top. Only because you look at the recent Super Bowl, San Francisco and gave them every bit. Philly gave them every bit.
Yeah.
The Rams won a Super Bowl.
No doubt. It's
so
not like it's.
I hear you,
but I think that
I still think though that.
I think the narrative
it's harder in
was-
the AFC. I think that's still true.
Yeah, that I
because
don't
of
know.
those four quarterbacks.
Well,
Cincinnati
is nowhere to be found.
I
with
get
Joe
it.
Burrow.
I get it, but you still, in concept, that's there. Now look, Trevor between injury and play has not emerged. Stroud has come backwards. Herbert suddenly is a handed off guy. Aaron Rodgers is viewed as old and done, even though he lit us up. So some of the depth of the position here has come down. But at the same time, what about this renaissance for Russell Wilson?
Yeah. Oh, there's some other storylines for sure. We love the NFL, but the NFL made a programming error last night. They made a programming error. I don't need two crappy games.
Yeah, they should have. I don't know why they didn't flex the Atlanta game.
Yeah.
Why are the Raiders on?
Yeah.
We're the only bad team that's gotten flexed, it feels like.
And by the
Has
way,
there been another flex?
I don't think so. And by the way, in watching the Raiders, and I'm sure you probably watched more of it than I
watched
did.
amazingly.
I watched
the whole game.
Yeah, I watched a lot more of the. I had both games on, but my eyes took me to I was more interested in the Bears Vikings, to be honest. But regardless,
I had fantasy implications.
The Raiders, man, they are bad.
Well, especially with the quarterback, they're like the Titans.
I think the Jags might win this game.
O'Connell will beat them.
If O'Connell's back.
Yeah, O'Connell will
That's a
beat
good
him.
point.
The
That's a
Jaguars
good point.
listen,
I know.
I hear you. I thought the Jets would beat us worse than they did. In fairness, I will say this: I'm not speaking to the team is showing fight for a down and out
They're
team.
playing hard,
so I give them that. I mean, just do the best you can. They're in a play out the string. Just like they're not immune to what's going on. We all feel it. They know there's something.
We had
afoot.
We had Foye Aluakon on the TV show last night.
Okay, that's interesting.
And he's good. I mean, look, he's, and again, there's not a person connected to the Jaguars. Well, there might be a couple you Googans out there. I knew, but I don't know fan base, coach, player, employee, anyone connected to the Jags who saw this coming.
Right.
And he's one of those guys.
Well, I do think that
Just
a lot of stats are meaningless or can be misleading. But I think losing games by single score, I think, is at least a little bit telling. That shows
that's fair.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Now it also creates a whole nother box of problems that you can't win those games you're in.
Also
but
true.
Nonetheless, it shows that this is different from This is a lot different from the 3-14 Jaguars team Trevor's first year.
Yeah.
That team was awful. It got blown out all the time.
Yeah.
This team's in the game every week. Now, it's a rookie quarterback versus a veteran. That should be. But, again, I just think they need a fresh infusion, Dan. Just a clean house. I think they can see immediate returns.
I would agree. And it does concern me how this season, it does this. I knew this was going to happen as this unfolds and the players are speaking up for coaches and stuff. And I told Foye, look, it's a result. You know this. It's a results-oriented business. When you don't listen, I don't know who's going to be here and who's not going to be here. There's going to be major changes. There has to be to this football team next year, and the players too. And the players know it. Look, is Christian Kirk going to be back? I don't know. I would doubt if, like I think we said yesterday, Kirk and or Ingram. I would say one of them probably won't be back. Maybe both.
And again, the salary cap, what you save and what you get is only worth it if you spend it wisely. This guy's yet to hit a home run in free agency, except for the two he's now going to dispatch if he does.
Right.
The two best free agents we've gotten are those two.
Right. Our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, also the Gators and the PGA Tour. 15 locations in Jacksonville to serve you. Jags have 3 games left. At Vegas, home versus Tennessee, and at Indy. I'll ask you, I'll ask E. What will their record be? Now, for the sake of the integrity of Dreamfinder's home poll question, I did not put 3-0. It can't be
1-2,
2-1, 1-2, 0-3, or who cares?
Well, who cares too? But I care. I now am.
Okay.
Here's how I approach these last 3 games.
Last 3 games.
I watch the games. I want the team to win. I won't be able to get around that inside of that 60 minutes, but I do take great consolation in the improving draft pick, and that's only because I'm one of those who wants Travis Hunter and nothing. I don't want another argument.
Okay.
So, and to get him, I know I got to be top 3.
All right. Just remember who comes along with Travis.
Don't care. By the way, he called you and your types out yesterday. I saw.
So did she.
Good.
She did an 8-minute diatribe,
Nice.
which basically verified everything that I said yesterday. Am I right, E?
You're right, bro.
Am I right?
You're right.
Does Uncle Dan speak the truth when it comes to the culture?
Hey, talking that talk. Standing up business, man. 1-2, man. 1-2. Them boys going to get one of those games, man. They're not going to go over.
Okay. Well, you guys are both in the majority. 45.4% think the Jags will go 1-2, get a dub. Next up is who cares? 23.9, 0-3, 16.4, 2-1, 14.3%. Listen, visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your home building navigation. They will help you. You get an interest rate of 2.99%. It's unbelievable in your first year, 2.99%. So you may not think you can build a home, but you can if you go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. You can vote on this poll for another couple hours.
Opponent quarterback matters in this. If O'Connell, and
if Desmond plays, the Jags can win this game.
Yeah, if O'Connell plays the Jags, here's what my thinking.
Yeah,
they'll lose.
Yeah.
If Will Levis stays on the bench and we see Mason Rudolph again, the Titans will beat the Jaguars.
Yes.
And they're losing at the Colts. I don't care if they bring back the ghost of Johnny United. The Colts can play the game with no quarterback, and the Jags will lose that game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, if you pick second instead of 8th, I'll take it.
Yeah.
The team is what it is. Without Trevor and these pieces, it doesn't matter if they win or lose. In essence, it really would be better to play good, have fun, give us a good show, but lose the game.
Yeah, I want to follow up on one of the things that you said. We were talking about this Vermont team, just a little digger deep. It would be like Vermont wasn't a seed in the NCAA soccer tournament. They weren't. Now, UNF made this tournament. They lost to West Virginia.
That's right. They won their conference.
They were one of 48 teams go. So it's kind of like college basketball.
Very much.
But it would be like an unseeded team. I don't know how many I think they seed 15. I'm not sure, 14, whatever it is. But Vermont was not seeded.
Well,
Marshall was like a 12 or 13.
In basketball, it would be like a 16, not just winning a game, but winning it all.
Yeah. It's
close to it.
It's really cool. Vermont is known really for winning the NCAA skiing championships.
Yeah.
Other than that, they have not won.
Right, and those are individual.
Yes.
Right. So, and that's like, and we see now. Look, my awe and amazement was shattered a long time ago when it came to hockey, because that's where you see the University of Denver or Western Michigan. All these small schools can do it in hockey, and you see it in some of the other, men's volleyball. UC Santa Barbara's not afraid to win a title. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the big three, this is as small a brand as how far you got to go.
Yeah,
maybe in the big three sports.
I implore any Vermontier.
Yeah,
Vermontier.
Sure,
a Vermontier from Montpelier. Montpelier, I believe. Montpelier.
Yeah. That's what I've always said.
Lake Champlain up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's in Vermont. But
beautiful lake. It borders Vermont.
Mississippi would like to go to Vermont. I've yet to take her.
Maple syrup. But anybody who is
Vermont, Green Mountain,
Yes. Anybody who's connected to Vermont.
You're welcome, E.T. You get that probably with that little Creole, Haitian, not Creole, but Haitian, that French dialect.
Creole, yeah.
Vermont.
Anybody needs to buy a Vermont National Championship Natty T-shirt for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's too bad that you don't have a good friend who's a Vermont grad, because you would step up there.
I think that
I was going to buy an NBA Cup champion if the Hawks could have advanced.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I think that I'm not positive, but I know Eugene Fournette's from up that way. I don't know if he went to Vermont.
He may have. UVM, they call it up there.
UVM.
Yeah.
They used to have, they
had a
made
basketball
the tournament
coach.
a
Was it
couple
Brent
times.
Brennan, maybe? Was that the guy's name? Tom Brennan?
Then they played Duke Tough one year or something. That's about it.
No, I think no. I think you're selling them short. I think Vermont actually upset Kansas or someone one year.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I think they had or Syracuse. I think they beat Syracuse in the tournament one year.
Do you?
I do.
Well, you'll research that in the break.
Oh. So suddenly I have an assignment. I don't need a break. By the time you finish the, setting up the rest of today's award-winning program, I'll already have the answer.
I know that Lindsay Jacobellis went to Vermont.
Oh.
And I know that Keegan Bradley went to Vermont. So they're your Vermont athletes who have worked their way through the wonderful school.
Man, I don't know
the
everything.
Catamounts.
I don't know everything, but I know a lot about basketball.
Kirk McCaskill went to Vermont as well. So
the history of upsets at March Madness include Vermont toppling Syracuse in 2005. 13 over a 4. That's why they pay us the big bucks, ET, so that people can understand that Vermont once won a tournament
Our
game.
friend TV Joe went there for 2 years.
I knew that.
You did?
I was going to mention that, but I got sidetracked by the basketball. I remember Joe talking about the UVM.
Sorry, Joe.
That's
Our apologies.
Well, no, he just made the show.
TV Joe, longtime friend of the
Oh, gosh, yeah.
all right, let's do this. We're warming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a big show. I want to dive into this college athletic stuff and the off the field, the money.
All right.
What's good? Norvell. Was that good or bad? Obviously, Jack Pyburn. What's Florida doing? We'll talk about that when we return in the 10-minute drill. Is that cool? Mundo?
Sure. Yeah, I'm all good with that. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday here on the drill. Listen, how do you know that if you turn to Catlin for all your Christmas shopping, you're turning to the right place? I don't know, 100 years of verification. In town, downtown, family run, owned, and operated for over 100 years. Great Christmas gifts for the truck or SUV owner and your family. WeatherTech floor mats, seat covers, everything in between. It's Catlin Truck Accessories. Visit them downtown or online at williamcatlin.com.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
I just want to say this. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is just scratching the surface of how good he can be. And I'll give you a couple reasons why. But, obviously as he sets all the rookie records, that's great. That's great that he's advanced, right? He's better than everybody thought. Oh, he's just a vertical runner. No, he's not. He's gotten, and we've talked about his athletic attributes. We've talked about a lot of good things. But think about this now. On Sunday, there was one that he could have caught in the end zone in the back corner of the end zone. It was a little high, but you know what? Brian Thomas Jr. probably said, I could have caught that. He also had an offensive pass interference call on him that wiped out a big gain from ETN. So the little things that he will get better on as he goes forward will make him the next great wide receiver in the National Football League. That's your Duval Minute. Brought to you by our friends at Lift Power, man. Lift Power, they hire winners, and they're always on the lookout for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The benefits are unbelievable. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Come see why Lift Power, that's right, Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Lift Power is a rapidly growing business, proudly serving the Jacksonville area. And gosh, they've been around for a long time. It's not like they're the new kid on the block, 50-plus years, and then some. And they're family-owned and operated. They're a terrific group, and we want you to be part of the family. We lead you to the water. You got to go drink it. How do you do it? You go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Players spend a lifetime building their bodies into finely tuned muscle machines.
Obviously, you want your star wide receiver to be in top physical and emotional condition.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update.
Jacksonville
on 1010XL.
I'm Sawyer, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the crispy chicken filet. The seasoning is so satisfying. It's what I needed, but I didn't know that I needed it. You get the toasted bun and the delicious crispy chicken. They add this fun mix with that zesty pickle. It's bold and tasty. I would give it an A+. What's not to love? The holidays are all about being together and eating together.
Sandwich in some together time this holiday. Order the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Hey, couldn't be any happier than be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family, man. When I say family, that's what I'm talking about. That's how they treat you when you head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. I'm all about George Moore Chevrolet, man. You'll find out what we're talking about. You go over there, you can hang out, talk sports. They're there to help you. Friendly smiles. I got my boy Blue. I love my Blue Silverado, man. But if you want a car, if you want a truck like me, if you want an SUV, electric, pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, they'll take that worry away as well. MooreChevy.com, really easy to navigate. It's got all the vehicles, sales, service, and the service department there, man. I could talk about them for the entire spot. Gabe and the boys do a terrific job over there. Appreciate them very much. Never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
If you're watching football this season, you know anything can happen. And on Hard Rock Bet, we mean anything. One fan in South Florida turned a $1 touchdown parlay into a $40,000 payday. Hard Rock Bet has parlays for days. With flex parlays, now you can even miss a few picks and still get paid. Parlays for every kind of play. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. When your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation, with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Range. With a huge selection of guns, ammo, and accessories, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level. They've got everything you need to hit your target. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, their friendly experts will guide you every step of the way at 4630 Blanding Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Gun and Range. Gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure?
They don't cook, but they serve up spicy sports talk.
Sure, it's on the menu.
Helmets and heels.
That is a meal.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Bands on 1010XL.
This is the Mangler. Years of playing football coupled with lifestyle left my feet mangled with neuropathy. I was experiencing burning, tingling, and numbness. I spoke with 2 foot specialists and they told me there was no cure. They were wrong. I found Dr. Nate Riddle in Ponte Vedra. After utilizing his neuropathy treatment for only 2 weeks, I noticed a difference in my feet. I was regaining my feeling and balance. If you want relief from nerve pain, call Dr. Nate for a free consultation at Riddle Wellness, 904-395-5598.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bold City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bold City AC. We got the crew. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right. Yeah, we got sports concepts and rationalizations coming up, and you know what that music means? It means it's winning time, and we'll be in a few minutes. It's your chance to take home a prize pack that he tells me is razzle and dazzle. E, what are you handing out today?
Oh, let's see here. I got a toffee gift box from Rethreaded. I got a $50 Beaches and Dermatology gift card. Plus, I also got a prize pack from Wicked Candle Bar. This is all part of the 1010XL holiday gift guide. Make sure you head over to 1010XL.com. And everybody who wins will be entered for a chance to win a $1,000 gift card from Beard's Diamonds. So holla at your boy at the end of the 10-minute drill.
There's so much going on right now in college football. It's next to impossible to keep up. It really is. I mean, it's insane, but insane in the membrane is what it is. And well, I'll start with the Gators. And one of the things that I said, and this was foolish of me now thinking back, imagine that, me saying something foolish. I said, and I said, Billy Napier's got to do something that he doesn't normally do, and that is, man, he's got to hit that transfer portal. Once we announced he was coming back, once they announced he was coming back, I was like, man, he's got to be aggressive. He can't take his time here. And it's funny because the school that seems to be doing that is LSU. LSU seems to be the school that is just Harry Carey throwing, come on here, we'll pay you. They got a quarterback. They got Pyburn, who we'll talk about in a minute. They got the receiver from Kentucky. They're just willy-nilly going, come to LSU, we'll pay you. We got to get better. And they're taking their chance. This is not Napier's way. It's just not. Now, we'll see if it works or not. He's had some success in the portal, but he's very meticulous, and you just get the feeling he takes his time, but he's hit on the receivers. And there was a weather season. Well, and so I was looking at it and thinking about it, and it's clear to me, and again, I'm not defending Billy Napier because he's a hard guy to defend, right? It's
the record, yeah.
Yeah, as far as that, and that's what it's all about. And he's got a 2-year window with DJ Lagway, right?
That's
and
right.
he's got himself a quarterback who looks really special and made probably in half a year, probably 20 to 30 times throws where if I was watching the game with you, I would go, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Or you would go, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Those type. And I can watch a full season of quarterback play and not do that with some guys, right?
Fair.
Okay. So you want to go all in for these next 2 years, man. Like with this kid, the potential is an SEC championship. The potential is a couple playoff appearances. That's what you kind of want to get your hopes up for.
If you build around him.
Yeah. All right. So the first thing is, and I think he's done a really good job here, is securing people to come back.
Didn't lose much.
Okay. Slaughter's coming back for a 5th year. He's just named All-American. I guess he had, the O-line was good last year.
Yeah, for sure.
Remember? They ran the,
Yeah.
Damian George, who we ridiculed 2 years ago at tackle, moved to guard, found himself a home, was going to go, is not in the portal. He's back. So now you got Slaughter. You got Damian George. We're waiting on Austin Barber. Okay. So he's securing his offensive line. The Harris kid is back. So there's, so in that respect, I think they're in pretty good shape. Trey Wilson is a big get to come back, right? Everybody thought,
he was all but gone when they were struggling.
Gone, right? This guy.
Well, he sees DJ knows how his stock can go up with that guy throwing in the ball.
Right.
Not that he had a good enough rapport with Mertz, but Lagway is going to be highlighted.
So
like there'll be eyes on Florida that wouldn't be there with he's got that kind of like that magnetism about him. It feels like.
There was a lot of talk about a lot of the guys on the defense, the younger guys, like the Searcy guy going in the portal. And again, as Napier said yesterday, as the boys arrived in Tampa for their bowl game coming up on Friday, he said yesterday, look, until they're in class, who knows? But you think. I think we're pretty much got a feel for who's in and who's out.
If Pyburn's your biggest loss, then you've had a good offseason of departures. I mean, that's fair.
I guess Shamar James is a guy who's considering.
Yeah, I've heard that about him.
And I don't know if it's the NFL or transferring. I don't
know why you would want to. It feels. Listen, a lot of this. I promise you, the floodgates would be wide open if it had been a redo and they were 5 and 7.
They'd all be gone.
Yeah, that winning does a lot, man.
They'd all be gone because it's a great place to play, and they love the coach, and it's a good environment.
The facilities have gotten good. Everything's good if you're winning.
Yeah, if you're winning, it's good. But ultimately,
and that feeds back to, there are some All-American difference-making receivers in other positions. Get those guys once. You don't have to do it every time, but maybe it would behoove you now.
But anyway, so just in looking at the roster, I think he's done a great job of retaining, and that's very important. And so now he has to go to work on the portal. And so now we can turn our attention to Jack Pyburn. And listen, Jacksonville kid, I'm stunned. It's something I hate. I'm not blaming. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm mad at everybody around it. I don't like when you go to an SEC rival. That bothers me even more. But it's the way of the
rival's
land.
a lot more relative these days.
Yeah. but it's the way of the land.
I don't like the system. I feel like for some reason, the grown-ups are afraid to tiptoe in the room and actually establish a set of guidelines and rules.
Yeah.
Rules like, listen, boys, you want to be played like pros, then you're going to be treated like them. And let me tell you what NFL players don't do when they enter the league.
Yeah.
They don't pick where they want to go.
Right.
Make whatever they want to make, and then after 6 or 8 weeks or months decide they want to go somewhere else, go to a different NFL team and also get paid there.
Yeah.
So there should be some, if you sign with a team, you got to stay there 3 years. Make that signing day important.
All the reports, everything that we heard, it was about money and it was about playing time and it's about being on the field on third down. And
ego.
2-sack guy last year who you can't. And if Brian Kelly did this, then shame on him. You know, if he promised him playing time or whatever, wink, wink, however it is, don't do that, man.
Listen. It's just so antithetical to what team building and championship. And you know what? You let guys like that go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I don't think it speaks to what the true heart of Pyburn is. That's what. Again, I'm just going by what
we've heard.
Well, no, not what we've heard. Like. By heard, you mean I literally know a person who sat next to little Jack Pyburn from when he was 6 to 16 at every game every Saturday.
Right.
I mean, this is like the kids you know who is that guy. This
would be like, in our era, it would be like Chris Doring.
Correct.
You know,
It'd
saying,
be like Doring.
All right, well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, he's not telling me I'm going to play more than Reed Ike. I got to go.
I got to go.
And it's just, and by the way, this isn't some super selfish trait of Pyburn. It's what is being taught as the goal now.
You know,
get what you can get at all costs now and never mind any regrets in the future. This guy will regret, I promise you, only because of what I just said.
Yeah.
His background, his tie to the program. He's going to regret not being the last senior out of the tunnel and getting the loudest ovation on senior day.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do in Baton Rouge, but he can walk out there to his mom and dad and hand her a rose.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to just feel the commitment and connection to your Bayou teammates.
It's mind-boggling
At what
to me.
price? Because he was going to get paid. So it's not like in Florida he would have paid nothing.
Right. It's like, I took the,
right.
exactly.
I don't understand, man. It's what's wrong. And again, that's his decision. I'm not about making other people's decisions. I mess up enough of my own.
Yeah.
But the system that created that ability to have that decision stinks.
Oh, man. It's like the kid at Penn State, the Bo Priblu or whatever his name, the backup quarterback. So Drew Allard decides he wants to come back for another year. This 5-star's like, well, I'm out of here, you know? But he's got to go now, which I'm not quite sure I understand. Why can't he commit somewhere and then stay with the team? Like the Tulane quarterback who's playing on Friday, he's leaving, but he's staying to play in the bowl game, you know? So I'm not sure I totally understand everything that's going on. But anyway, so that's what's going on with Florida. Then a quick shift over to Florida State, who got great news yesterday. We know where some of the $4.5 million's going. Darnell Jackson, I believe is the young man's name, defensive tackle, who actually got better as the season went on. That defense was terrible, but that whole team was terrible. But he's coming back, and that's a good get for FSU. And Mike Norvell reworked his contract, took $4.5 million off it. I don't know if it was forced or not, whatever it was. I don't care. Again, I've been screaming about this for a while. I was always like, why can't a coach give $1 million back to it? But this is money that goes directly to like portal kids or paying your current players or whatever. And again, none of us feel sorry for Mike Norvell. He was the 6th highest paid coach in the country last year for a 2-10 team, and he gets $10 million a year. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, but he decides to make that move. The whole world is it's a seedy, gross underbelly of college football.
We're taking top flight competitive environments, and we're saying if there's any hardship involved, leave. Like we're just teaching, you don't have to work through any problem or blockade or issue. Just run around it and never deal it. And there's value in that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be philosophical here.
No,
but it's it just.
I don't know. It just
the first sign of not getting along with a coach. You don't just haul ass. One day you're going to be married. You're not going to get along with your wife, and you can't just haul. It just.
I mean, like I'll give you an example. Like yesterday, I saw Keon Zipperer put out a statement. Okay, Keon Zipperer had injuries. Man, I think he did his knee twice at least.
He's
anyway,
a guy who had
If you go back and look at the Tennessee game when AR was there, he had a catch and run down the sideline that was terrific and probably showed.
I remember being excited about him.
What he could have been if he was healthy. I think he's a Lakeland kid. Anyway, so Keon Zipperer put out the statement and blessings and And at the end, he put Forever Florida. And I was like, you're damn right, Keon. You're damn right you're Forever Florida. God bless you. Thank you for all you've done.
Right.
I had such a good feeling as opposed to some of these mokes who leave and say Forever a Gator. Bleep you.
Yeah,
you
no,
ain't
you're not
forever a Gator.
No, you're not.
You don't get to.
No.
You don't get to sing
Just
the
because
song.
you don't get enough.
You don't get to. Don't cheer for us.
That's fine.
Don't come back.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm sorry, but that's how most of us feel.
I hesitate to ask this question just real quick here, or just like start it as the basis for a conversation for next segment. But I'm staring at it here, and I want to ask, and it's ironic because I had the same conversation with the suddenly very football savvy Mrs. P over the weekend.
Yeah,
okay. She's a nut when it comes to this family. I mean, she probably knows. It's like, you know how you say like Brooks, I have to tell you stuff. I'm getting to that point. Like, who's this person? Oh, he's the third string receiver for the Eagles. Whatever. All right. But I had this conversation with her, and I know my answer, and it's not, and it could be one where you would raise an eyebrow. If you were starting a franchise from scratch right now,
an NFL franchise,
an NFL franchise right now, okay,
all right,
and you could start it with any player, in this case, quarterback in the league.
Okay.
Would you start it with Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes?
Right now?
Yeah.
I think the best is yet to come for Allen, so I might go Josh Allen. Based on what and again, he proves me wrong all the time, and I'm sure he'll prove me wrong again, and maybe he'll elevate his game in the postseason, but really, if you just look at the way they both have played this year, it's a no-brainer.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the one's got 3 Super Bowls, has beaten the other in big stages. But Allen, this is where, yes, I would take Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Like, it's not close. Patrick Mahomes is great. I can win with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's fine. But if I'm taking him and putting him on the same situation, I think Allen's better. In other words, if I took Mahomes and Allen and put them on every team in the league, the Allen season will produce more wins than the Mahomes season. Maybe not in Kansas City.
Sounds sacrilegious.
Well, that's fair, but it's not like this year they are, so I shouldn't say that. But they've had years where they're, it's not like they're going 14-2 every year.
Yeah. Well, I suspect at some point maybe they're headed for it's funny how the AFC playoffs work. You always think Kansas City and Buffalo somewhere along the line are going to meet, but then you always stay with a spicy splashing of Baltimore. Like where will they?
Or somebody Pittsburgh or somebody out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, they were.
Here's the interesting. This is a great GOAT. I've heard the gold standard. This is the GOAT standard.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't thought about this.
Okay.
Look, if Mahomes is indeed this with Brady-like GOAT tendencies, he'll fight this off, and when we look up in 10 years, he'll have another 3 or 4 championships.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers were as good or better than Tom Brady. That's what they try to sell us.
Yeah.
And yet he's got twice as many as those two combined.
That's fair.
So it'll be interesting.
All right, let's take a break. We'll keep it rolling. 641-1010. That's the number to call. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. You tell them what they're going to win, my friend.
A toffee gift box from Rethreaded. $50 gift card.
Did you say toffee?
Toffee.
Oh, I like toffee.
Oh, yeah. A toffee gift box from Rethreaded, that is. A $50 gift card at Beaches Dermatology, plus a candle prize pack from Wick, a candle bar.
All right, I want to pass this out, too, because we got this text here this morning, but a son is texted in about his father, Marcus Taylor Sr., I said today, hates to bother, not necessarily a request, but his dad's having brain surgery, asking that he would be put in everyone's prayers.
Let's go, Marcus Taylor Sr.
You haven't said your
God
prayers
bless you.
yet this morning. Marcus Taylor Sr., throw one his way, and the brain surgery there in that family. All right, it's Cat and Truck Accessories Tuesday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
My name's Jim. I'm 53 years old. There should be options in life, like ways to lose weight. Medications now feel like the only option. I mean, it sounds like a guarantee. I do have friends who have lost weight with them. I tried holding off. I did other diets, but I was miserable. I'd rather be fat and happy. The problem was I wasn't happy fat. I was about to start the meds, but then I heard of Awaken 180's GLP-1 program. Turned out it does the same thing as the meds without injecting myself for life. It absolutely worked. I dropped 45 pounds. I'm now in maintenance, and I feel better than my friends who are still on the meds. Listen, I barely know what GLP-1 is. What I do know is Awaken 180 worked for me, and I was far from miserable doing it.
Thanks, Jim. You all know our success with the Waco 180, and now with the Waco 180's GLP-1 balance, you address the root causes of weight issues. Do it naturally, then keep it off. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Fantasy Sports app, millions of active members. It's Prize Picks. Man, it's so much fun. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. And when your picks hit, which they usually do, you get your money in as quickly as 15 minutes because Prize Picks puts their members first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Make Sunday fun day like I do by playing Prize Picks. And here's the best part of all. Have you done it? Are you involved? Have you downloaded the Prize Picks app? Use code JAX, that's JAX, and get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Here in North Florida, you know that when temperatures go up and your AC goes out, you need help now. Like right now. Like lickety-split. So why not call Lickety Split and get same-day emergency service for your AC? Now, I bet you've seen their trucks all over town because they've got dozens of certified technicians ready to repair not only your AC, but your home's plumbing and electrical too. So when you want it done right and you need it done right now, call Lickety Split AC, Plumbing, and Electric.
Human trafficking happens in Jacksonville. As a man, you could do something about it. Buy Survivor-made holiday gifts at Rethreaded. From leather goods to toffees and treats, shop in person or online at rethreaded.com. Changing lives through gifting.
Homemade cookies baked fresh by Jen. Original 80s band named Ice Creams by Ray. Build your own cookie ice cream sandwiches from scratch. Cookies and cream Jack's Beach. Open till 11 Friday and Saturday, 10 weekdays. Making our beach a better place. Cookies and cream Jack's Beach.
Tony Baselli gets up early Monday morning to share a big football breakfast with you.
Some French toast and sausage patties.
Hall of Fame Monday, 7:20 with Dan and Jeff on the Drill. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida on 1010XL.
Hey folks, Dave Binion here with Zero Res. At Zero Res, we love rugs. We will treat your fine Oriental rugs with the tender and loving care they deserve. Gerard, the Zero Res rug manager, is one of the few certified master rug cleaners in Florida. If you want your rugs cleaned with tender loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, get your rugs washed and we will give you 25% off. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
I've known Glenn Coleman for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes & Cohen.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, assistant team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag head coach Doug Peterson says he wants to see Mac Jones work on turnovers during the last 3 games.
Sometimes in situations, just understand the situation, too, that you're in. And end of the game is different than a third down in the middle of the game.
The head coach knows his backup QB not only wants to win, but put in a good performance.
Not only helping us win right now, but I think, too, he's obviously auditioning for maybe a potential spot down the road for maybe another team.
Jag cornerback Tyson Campbell says the status of head coach Doug Peterson is out of his control.
That stuff like that is out of our control. We can just control what we control, and that's, focusing on these last 3 games of the season.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
They're playing back.
Oh, yeah. Playing some basketball, Hannah Timmerman. Is that loud? Am I loud in there? Can you hear me good? Yeah? We got Hannah Timmerman. We're doing the Lockett Law High School Report. She's a high school star over there at Wolfson. How do you like Wolfson? You like Wolfson High School?
I like it.
Yeah?
It's a good school.
It's a good school?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's your favorite class over there?
I like statistics. I'm pretty good at math. So
Pretty good at math, huh?
Does 31 grab you? Yeah, that's that stat. 31. I saw that one.
I saw 4.82 GPA. Hannah.
What?
That means you got to take those honors classes, don't you?
Sir.
Yeah.
All honors and AP.
Yeah, I thought
AP. Take AP?
I thought the GP went up to 4.
What's your,
I'm not smart enough to figure out how a GPA that ends at 4 is at 4.82.
I don't know. You said you told me you were like second in your class.
Well, first actually, but it was a small class.
You're a valedictorian?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I thought you said you were salutatorian.
Never said any such thing. You probably would like to counter with that.
Yeah. Well,
my crazy buddy there from the roast is the salutatorian. That tells you something.
Oh yeah,
remember
nuts.
him?
Yeah. Hannah's also banged out a 1320 on the SAT. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
thought this was a sports station.
I got a
What,
10
brain ball here.
You got me by 300 points. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, 510 on each. I was kind of stupid in both math and
that's
English.
good. Nice.
And she can ball.
And that's why she's here.
34
in large
points
part.
against Clay in the season opener.
How many? 34.
Yeah.
Easy now, Hannah.
Oh yeah.
Clay. He's a Clay grad. He gets a little upset.
You had a game last night.
Yes, sir.
Who do we play?
We played West Side.
We take it to him.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. How many did you go for?
31.
31. See, that's the stat I dropped.
31.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So 34 and 30. How many games have you all played?
8 games.
8 games. What are we averaging? You know, Miss Statistics fan.
Sound about
20?
like 30.
20. 20's good.
Wolfson's got a really proud basketball program. I know, on both sides, the guys and the ladies. Do you feel that over there? Is it still is basketball still a real important part of the scene over there at Wolfson?
I think we're getting back to it. Hasn't been as great as of late, but
yeah.
We're working to get
Well, listen, we had this young lady a couple years ago, Talia Scott. You ever heard of her?
Yes, sir.
She's pretty good, right?
Yes.
All right, so we sort of vaulted her to
shoot or
greatness.
shoot. That's our goal.
Yeah, after you come in here, you start scoring even more points.
We want you
my point.
just jack it up like 25, 30 times.
You shoot the 3 ball? What do you do?
Yes,
What's
sir.
your game? Tell us about your game.
I like to shoot, but I also can drive.
Mhm.
I would say I'm like a 3-level scorer.
Oh,
but-
it's like Trey Young.
3 level.
With
All right.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Oh, are we quick? Are we? What do we?
I would say.
How are our handles?
Look at Hick.
They're pretty
Are
good.
we long and athletic?
Kyrie-esque.
After training with Will, he really helped me. get
She
my
works with Will
handles right.
Holloman, who was a basketball player at Wolfson and went on to Richmond. And a lot of us remember Will as a high school player. It was probably a lot longer ago than it seems to me.
I like to ask these questions, especially to the young ladies. Your pops is here. And he's got a background in basketball, so tell me about him. Is he how hard is he on you? Does he ride you good? Is he a good coach? Did he coach you growing up?
Well, I didn't really start playing until middle school, but he started coaching me my sophomore year.
All right, good.
So
he left you alone. You didn't want to play, and you picked up a ball, you shot it, and went through the hoop. You said, "Hey, got some skills here."
Yes, sir.
All right.
He's a good coach. He's hard on me, but
Yeah.
it's for a good reason.
I like that. I like that. I
And
like
they're
that.
done that, Pops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just
Oh,
know
yeah.
that- I know
We
where
usually
that's
screw
coming
them up
from.
real good.
Yeah.
Then they come back and
Sure.
they're fine. So
Yeah.
tell me about your team.
Our team's pretty good. We've gotten some better team chemistry this
Okay.
year
All right.
than previous years.
Uh-huh.
We've gotten a couple freshmen in, so
Okay.
it's a pretty young team, but we're still working to get there. But
we got a ways to go still.
I've always found that the girls' basketball is sometimes challenging, and that there's such a disparity. It's like hard to find a groove of like nice competitive team. You say you're playing somebody who's like really good, or you're playing somebody you can beat, 74-16. So when you get into the crux of your district here and a little later in the season, is like a little more fun, a little more competitive. Are we still going to have some?
well, we
of
have a
these?
pretty tough district.
You do, yeah.
We have like
So you're the one that's got to be on the.
bowls,
So you're the one on the lookout.
Oh, well, you know
that is a
you know
tough
what you do?
district.
You keep shooting.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That's right. All right, tell me about your classes. What's the toughest class you've taken at Wolfson so far?
I would say physics.
Oh,
or,
physics. Oh.
4.82. There's no tough.
I
classes.
skipped physics.
How
Yeah,
high
I
does
was
it-
trying to.
What is the most a GPA can be? Is there any determination?
At Wilson, it's 5.0. because
5.0 you can
all
get
our
to?
classes are weighted.
Sure, I get it. My daughter was the same way, way smarter than me. So is there anywhere where it can be a 6 or a 7?
No.
How high are we
No.
going to go here? She
think
laughs at
5.
me. There was a time where you laughed it was anything higher than 4, Dan.
I don't know how it works. I mean, I was always in the 3s, so I
Yeah.
was happy to be there.
Sure you were.
All right, so what are we thinking about for college?
Yeah,
You
where are we
said
headed?
Maybe South Carolina. You're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
watch. I don't think. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the best of the best right there, right? So we're not playing there. if
That's
we
a
go.
classic
Okay.
look here.
Yeah,
That was awesome. Yeah, no. Well, Dad made a great point. And
Yeah.
I would say this to a lot of athletes that are out there, a lot of high school athletes. Especially if you're going to a big school, a South Carolina, Florida State. If you're a competitive high school athlete and you don't want to go to D2 to play sports, the intramural systems in these schools is incredibly competitive. I mean, you're liable to go play intramural sports at some of these big schools, and it'd be more competitive than it was for you in high school. So there's always that.
Congratulations on all the accolades.
Thank you.
Does the PA guy go, Timmerman for 3? Do we ever get
No,
that?
we don't have one of those.
We need
Nick,
one.
you should go do a
you
PA
can do
one
it.
day.
We got to get Dad over there. Timmerman again.
Wolfson would kindly ask Mr. Timmerman to get off the microphone, please.
It's Hannah time. What do you think?
I like it.
You like
like
that?
it?
All right.
Okay.
Well, good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank
What's your favorite? Who's your favorite teacher over there at Wolfson? Give her a shout out.
Probably Miss Glenn.
Miss Glenn. Shout out, Miss Glenn. What does she
Glenn made it.
teach?
English.
English.
Awesome.
All right. Well, congratulations and everything.
And keep up the good work.
Our friend
you.
Hannah Timmerman from Wolfson High School, 4.82 GPA. She's on to great things.
31 last night.
31 last
31.
night. And a big W for the Lady Wolf. Is that what you still call them? Lady
Lady
Wolfpack?
Pack.
Is that
Okay,
okay?
nice.
Lady Pack. Just want to make sure I'm okay, saying the right things. This is the Lock and Law High School Report brought to you by friend Lee Lockett. Know before you blow. We got more coming up next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, bro, come through today, bro. We got to rap, bro.
There are great plays.
Time's ahead for the first down.
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
Touchdown!
The performance-painting high-performance play of the game on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners, financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Hello, Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, folks like us probably all think about the same way. We pay those monthly premiums. We have them up in our head, man. That's a lot of money we're paying. So if something happens, we need you to be there. And that's exactly what the Kaproskis do. Craig and Chris Kaproski have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care, I mean it. It's called customer service. And Kaproskis don't take that lightly. It's very important to them. If something happens, you call them, they get you answers that day. If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. How do I know this? I speak from experience, whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaproski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaproski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422. It's Craig, Chris Kaproski, part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WindoWorld wants you to do. WindoWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WindoWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WindoWorld can.
And with WindoWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WindoWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WindoWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WindoWorld, and to top it off, WindoWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WindoWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call WindoWorld today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at WindoWorldNEFlorida.com.
WindoWorld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees, and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. Florida will play in the Gasparilla Bowl on Friday, December 20th, facing Tulane. Gator head coach Billy Napier knows they face a dangerous opponent.
Yeah, just a couple of years ago, they beat Southern Cal in the bowl game. Obviously, played Kansas State really tough. This year, Coach Summerall is one of the best kind of up-and-coming young coaches.
On Monday, redshirted senior quarterback DJ Uyunglele announced he was declaring for the 2025 NFL Draft. after one season in Tallahassee. UNF women's basketball dominated Coastal Georgia on Monday evening, winning 70-38. UNF men's basketball completes a home-and-home with UNC Asheville tonight at 6:30 when the Ospreys will take on the Bulldogs in Asheville, North Carolina. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 8 a.m. and it's 63 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Sometimes things aren't what they appear, Jeff Prosser. Sometimes things aren't what they appear. Welcome back to the program. Speaking of that, I'm looking at this piece of video that the self-promoter has posted.
Who's this? I mean, that just encompasses so many people in today's day and age.
Be our friend E.
Dang.
It came hard.
I don't like the way that came out, bro.
Well, I'm looking for some specifics. It says, he posted a video. It says, they say, quote, if it isn't on the internet, it didn't happen.
That's true.
So I'm looking at this piece of video, and it's typed in. It's up at the Chop House downtown Jacksonville, outside on the streets of Jacksonville.
Uh-huh.
It says, legend has it, I once beat Lavernius Coles in a foot race.
Straight up.
Now I'm looking at two young men, one in his white tank top. It looks like you got about a 2-yard head start here. Is that fair to say or no?
Oh, yeah, that's very fair.
Okay.
Very accurate.
So what was the agreement? Tell me the agreement and how did this come about when you raised trouble?
5 years ago yesterday.
5 years ago. So, yeah, okay. So you were a youngin' back then.
Is he a little older than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Trouble's older than
Not
me.
much, though.
Trouble's
Not
out.
too much.
5 years ago, Trouble's not in the league, right?
No, he's not in the league.
Okay, so it's you v. him. So what happened?
Lavernius Coles, by the way, terrific player at Ribault High School, went to FSU. Pretty sure was part of a national title winning team.
Great basketball player, too.
Oh, yeah, really hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
Had a good career with the Jets.
In other words, one of those
And he
athletes,
retired back
one of
here
those
in
athletes who really, unlike E. And so I think this stuck in your craw because you told me that you would always challenge Lavernius Coles whenever you saw him.
Oh, yeah. Every time I would see Lavernius, we would, we would go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And now on
Your point being that you're faster than him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think didn't Lavernius run like a 4.3 something in the combine?
He can pick him up.
He's like one of the fastest. Like that was his calling card, his speed.
Yeah, yeah. And so every time I would see him, I'd call him out like, "Hey, man, man, you don't want this smoke. You don't want this pressure."
Okay.
Brothers love to like race challenge.
That's how we settle
Big
beef.
in the culture.
Yeah.
That's how we settle beef.
We don't do that in our culture.
Yeah,
E.
no.
You saw that happen with me and Mr. 10 a
We
few
shoot
years ago.
people. Is what we do.
And you laugh.
Why
We
do
laughed
just
a
shoot
lot.
somebody? We just shoot them. That's how we roll. Yeah.
And so we were
Don't
at
race them. We shoot them.
It was a big group of us. It was actually after my sock drive, actually.
Okay.
We went up to Calford Chop House. It was a large group of us.
Okay.
And, I had a lot of Hennessy in my blood.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, what we going to do, man?
Yeah.
Let's race. And he got tired of it. He was like, you know what? Let's do it. So we literally emptied out the entire restaurant. Everybody came outside.
You raced that on the hen in dress clothes?
Yeah.
He took his shirt off.
I have jeans on, but
he's got jeans.
He had sweats.
Yeah.
So we kind of tried to even it out a little bit. So he gave me a 3-yard head start.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. And if you can tell in the video, I was leaning a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you this. He caught you immediately, but then you hung in there.
Absolutely. Come on now.
I don't know who won because whoever shot this did such a poor job.
I think they did a great job.
Well,
actually.
because we don't see you at the finish line.
Oh, I was there.
Well,
there.
You claim victory. Is that correct?
Come on. Of course I'm going to claim victory.
And your buddy jumps in front of the camera and goes, whoa.
He's like, I don't know. Because everybody's like, oh, Lavernius is going to beat you. Lavernius is going to beat you. So it was a shock factor. It was like, oh, I don't know.
Now, was there any cash exchange going on there?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Sometimes also in the culture, we like to bet on these
I'm
things.
telling you this, if Lavernius Coles was racing ET for money, Lavernius Coles would have won him a race.
Trouble had him in like the first 6 steps. And then
Look at his start. Look at his get off.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm leaning. I'm falling. The Hennessy was coming out my pores.
You can do that. You can lean forward and fall sometimes if
That's
you haven't done it in a while, right? That's the worst.
That's fair that you stumbled out of the gates.
Stumbled out of the gates, and I held my own, man.
You did hold your own.
Man, I can't think of a worse time to race somebody than midnight after a night of drinking. What are y'all doing, man?
That's why I was going off the hinge.
What did Trouble say after the race?
He's like, that's the first and last time I'm going to do that. I'm not ever doing that again.
Okay. All right. That was it for Trouble.
That was it. But it was a good time. You know.
Yeah. No, I like that. And that was 5 years ago, back when you were still athletic.
Young spry E.
Before your body just failed you in so many different ways.
Before all the duct tape.
Yeah, there's a lot of duct tape on poor E now. So
I still see Trouble around town. I think he's still in St. Johns County. I know
he is.
right down around the corner there for a while, but
I thought he lived on Coles Avenue.
Every time I see him, I think he did. I think he named his street, but I'm not sure he's in that same.
It was 87 Coles Way.
He's not in that one anymore, though, is he?
No, he's not there anymore.
But he's in the times that I see Lavernius, and every now and then he's still in terrific shape.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and so is he, for that matter.
Was
not anymore. Well, just by just the clothed appearance, you're doing okay. All right, I don't want to see any more than that. By the way.
But anyway, that was 5 years ago, and that was cool. That was cool. I posted a picture on Twitter. I've been talking a lot about Eric Armstead, and he's just absent from the team. He has not been what we had hoped for. But man, when you look at him, he's just such a big dude. Man, you just can't. It's hard to fathom why
it could be so bad.
Yeah, he can't
could be so unphysical in a physical game. It could be
he's out of position or whatever it is. It's just he's
an excuse maker is what he is. This is what I've learned about Eric Armstead in a year. He's a big talker is what he is.
He's sort of a symbol for what's going wrong.
I would go back and really reevaluate what just kind of player Eric Armstead ever was, and I'm going to go ahead and say it's Bosa and the guys were Warren. The guys around him made him a player because this guy is the worst free agent. Hugh Douglas was better than this guy.
Nobody's allowed more yards this year than the Jacksonville Jaguars, 5,549 or 396.4 a game. They give up 132 on the ground, but they give up 264 through the air yards per game, 264 yards. That is the worst pass defense in the National Football League. Part of the problem with the Jacksonville Jaguars, if we had the sack bet this year, I think I was going to win it.
What are they at, 26?
Yeah, they got one more, right? So they're only at 26 for the year and 3 games to go. They're going to get – now, they could have a 5-sack game against one of these schlep teams, so maybe that'll happen, and they'll get to that 35 number. But they have been you got 8.5 from Trayvon, and you got 7 from Josh Hines-Allen, and that's it. You got 26 total sacks. So it's you can –
banging that drum for years.
You can blame the coverage guys, which is fair, but there's no pressure. And Aaron Rodgers
I thought the coverage the other day, for most of the game, except for the breakdowns, I thought the coverage was actually pretty good. He had all day the whole time, dude. That D line, and I know Tony said that Walker and Allen didn't have their best games, and that may be true. But they collapse that. They affect that quarterback almost every snap, not every snap.
Right.
And our interior guys never win battles and are there to how you see pockets the pocket never collapses. Our interior guys, led by Mr. Salary Thief, Eric Armstead, don't do anything in there. And boy, he is just, I mean, I don't know what it takes to get out of that dead money, dead weight contract, but this guy's going to leave here just like some of the other famous pseudo Jacksonvillians who are here for half a minute, never buy in. I promise you this, he won't be one that stays here. How about that?
I would like to, at this time, alert the affiliates down the line.
What do you got?
We're going to get hectic.
Nah.
Yeah. It's time. It's time to get hectic. So I'm alerting the affiliates, so I am stalling for E to find to find the hectic chant and to lock and load that sucker in there, and we'll see where our Jaguars stand in the National Football League in this year of disappointment. We'll just throw a little flame on the fire.
Well, they keep putting us higher than we should be. Last week we were some like 28th or something just stupid, weren't we?
Yeah.
I mean,
last week I think we were 30th.
Okay, we did finally go to 30th.
I think here we go.
Well, the problem is the teams behind us didn't win.
Today's Power Poll is brought to you by Royal Pest Services Jacksonville.
It's getting kind of. E, what do you got?
Last week we were 30th. I hit it right on the head.
You did.
I think You know what? I'm going to go 29. I think we jump one.
No, big entertaining game against Jets moves us up a spot, Jeff.
I mean, the Jets should jump us, if anything. I say 31.
Okay. Well, let's start at the bottom because we know we're down there low, and that's where you'll find the New York Football Giants, who are 32nd in the league.
Well, then maybe because they're going to probably put the Raiders behind us, so I guess we are going to be 30.
At 31, the 2-12 Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, fair. They are bad. And the Titans might be worse than us, too. Maybe 29.
At number 30, Jeff, you said 31. E, you said 29.
I did.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Didn't move.
Didn't move again. We've been stuck at 30 now for some time. Biggest improvement, second-year players Tank Bigsby and Brenton Strange. It's getting kind of hectic. It's gotten hectic is what it has. So Strange has 34 catches for 329 yards, and Bigsby 644 rushing yards. So those two guys have helped this football team, but they've only helped us get to 3-11, so how good are they? And that's what we do. We take guys and we don't know. And I mean, and Tony went on about Brenton Strange and a good football player, and I hope he is.
This is what I think, and I don't know. This is just from the years that we've been here and covering it day to day, week to week, time after time, week after game. All right? It's just the playbook and the play calling stinks.
Now we have
stinks. They do a terrible job of flow. They're terrible chess players.
Well, it wasn't as bad on Sunday. It was pretty good.
That's great. It's one game all year. Get them all out of here. We got enough talent with a fresh perspective, a new playbook, some new schemes.
We don't have enough talent. We do not have enough talent. At some point, we have enough talent to win 5 instead of 3?
No, we have
win
enough,
6 instead of 3?
No, to win 9 or 10 instead of 3.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
we don't have talent here to win 10 games.
Sure we
do.
Yeah, of course we do.
Maybe you haven't been watching.
No, I've been watching.
We've beat the
Sure
Colts.
I know.
We beat the Patriots.
You're right.
And we beat the Titans.
That's correct.
3 lousy, non-winning teams.
Terrible year.
We have nothing to hang our hat on. This is not a 10-win talent team.
Vikings lost double digits last year. And then their quarterback. And they're 12-2. So, I mean, talent is a lot dependent on...
Anybody ever heard of Justin Jefferson?
No, I hear you.
You ever heard of Jordan Addison?
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I mean...
You ever heard of...
Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. can match Addison.
You ever heard of T.J. Hawkinson? Okay, let's start there.
They lost double-digit games with all those guys.
You heard of...
all 3 of them.
You ever heard of Aaron Jones?
I mean,
you're
missing my point.
No, the only thing I'm not going to let you ride on is to sit there and tell me they got a 10-win talent team. The hell they do.
No, they could. I don't say they did. They won 9.
And if they do, then Trent Baalke should be back.
Yeah, they won 9 the last 2 years. So this supposition that they're so
and they
far
got
away
worse.
And they played 8 games within a score. We just had this conversation a half hour ago.
And they lost them all. They played 9 and they lost 8.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I maintain and I believe, I'm not just saying it, with a new coach and GM, they could win 9 or 10 games next year. I stand by that.
You can stand all you want. You stand alone.
No, I doubt it.
You stand alone.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I'll tell you who doesn't.
Hold on. Let's do I want to do my exercise because I talked about this at the beginning of the show.
What exercise? I'm tired of your exercises.
Well, exercise.
Fighting.
Exercise. Come on, everybody. Do some exercise.
Spats and spars over nothing.
I need a piece of paper.
Now you're a thief. You've stolen my. Listen, I'd work hard for notepads around here. There's a certain distinction in this joint.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going down one side.
Here he goes. This. Whenever Dan gets a pen and paper, it doesn't end well. It ends in confusion and.
On one side of the paper, I've written the term NFC. That's National Football Conference.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a group of teams that are in one side of the NFL, which is a subset of the National Football League. On the other side, I've written AFC. I'm going to go through, there's 7 teams that make the playoffs in each conference. I'm going through the top 14 of the power poll, and I'm going to see how many are NFC and how many are AFC. I suggested that the NFC has played better a little bit this year than I thought, and I think their playoffs are setting up nicely. Number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles. They're in which conference, Jeff?
Are you telling me they have the Eagles number 1 in the power poll?
They do, yes.
Well, okay.
Okay, is that NFC or AFC?
But I can't use like RPI.
What are we doing?
But I could accept somebody tell me the Eagles are the best team in football?
Who's better?
Lions, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens. How many others?
I don't know. Maybe you haven't watched the Eagles either.
Yeah, I have. I've watched every game.
This is the guy who just told us that the Jags are a 10-win team.
No, I didn't see again.
Again, I'll ask the question.
You can misconstrue and misstate it over and over. I don't care anymore.
I'll ask the question.
I don't. Ridiculousness.
I'll ask the question for the third time. Hopefully, I can get an answer.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll turn to E. E are
They're
the
the
Eagles?
NFC. I mean, now you're asking silly rhetorical questions. Just put down your little check mark on my paper. You stole.
Kansas City Chiefs are number 2.
That's AFC.
Do you want to comment on them being number 2?
No, they're right where they should be.
Okay, the Detroit Lions are number 3. I'd have them lower. That's how poor I think they've fallen on hard times.
That's NFC.
Due to injuries, NFC. The Buffalo Bills are number 4.
That's AFC.
Okay. Minnesota Vikings are number 5.
Sure they are. That's NFC.
You don't agree?
I don't know what NFC super fan has designed this where he's got the Eagles 1 and the Vikings 5. I don't know who's winning the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
I know that the Vikings and Eagles are not.
Ooh, I don't know about that. The Green Bay Packers are number 6. What are they?
Another ridiculous slotting is what they are.
Gosh. Pittsburgh Steelers are number 7.
Mm-hmm. We're past. It doesn't matter. This is still. It's
Baltimore Ravens are number 8.
Yeah, it's also silly. That's just silliness. This is an NFC dominant.
The Houston Texans are number 9.
No, they're not. They're terrible. Now they're missing on the other side.
The Washington Commanders are number 10.
No, yeah. Okay.
The Denver Broncos are number 11. The LA Chargers are number 12. The LA Rams are number 13.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got 7 and 7.
And the Bucks are number 14. It's 7-7.
Yeah, of course.
That's exactly what I said.
But you know what?
Proves my experiment. Here,
no, you proves your. But it depends on where you stopped your demarcation. It was also 7 out of 12.
I've signed this for you, so you can take that home.
There was also 7 out of 12 to the AFC, and you kept counting. Did you notice that, E?
E.
7 of the 12 were AFC, but then he kept counting to 14.
No, I said I was going
to get back to even.
I said 14 teams make it. I've signed that paper for you, so you can take it home as a memento of our time together.
But the point of it is shading the NFC is past the AFC, and
I didn't shade anything.
7 out of 12 are the AFC. How's that say the NFC is better?
Because you got to do 14 because the 7 teams make it from each conference, as far as I'm concerned.
Gotcha.
If I keep going, I got Seattle and Arizona, then I could say 9 out of 16.
At the end of the day, once you got past about the 5th or 6th team, that doesn't matter. No one past that's winning. By the way, I would put the crappy 49ers better than half those teams.
You don't think the Baltimore Ravens can win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, because the Vikings can't.
They're 8th.
No, they're not. That's a terrible list.
Oh, okay.
Do you believe they have the 8th best odds?
You don't think the Packers can win the Super Bowl?
I
think they could.
I don't. The Packers can beat the AFC representative.
Packers were very close to the Super Bowl last year.
I don't think they can beat the AFC rep.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I'm frustrated. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to try to regroup. I'm going to regroup.
Before we have the Packers.
I'm going to go over to First Watch and get some food.
Oh, he does this all the time.
And then I'll come back in an hour.
Before we have the Packers winning the Super Bowl, maybe we could get them better than 3rd in their own division.
No, it's a heck of a division. It's not like it's the AFC South, my friend, where we're 3rd in that division.
And we're not going to the playoffs?
No.
Damn it.
This is the drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Get ready to roar into the weekend. Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pre-Game Friday.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
Brought to you by Dream Finders Homes.
Duval, baby.
On 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here with my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Just over there last week. Got some stuff taken care of off the skin. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, the staff, the PAs, all terrific people, man. Very friendly, very there to help you. And they want to remind you, man, it doesn't matter the time of the year. It might be winter time. If that sun's out, keep the guns in, right? I mean, wear the long sleeve dry fits, wear the hats, okay? Put on the sunscreen. Protect your skin. And if something should pop up, go get it checked out at Beaches Dermatology. It's real easy to do. You can go online at beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com. Make that appointment, get it taken care of, and they'll help you. And there are a lot of locations to serve you. I go to the one off Solano Road. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Frank Frangie here. It's the holiday season, and Nimnik Buick GMC is here for you. Whether you're making memories on the road or continuing family traditions right here in Jacksonville, you can always count on us because there's nobody but Nimnik. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% zero APR financing. That's right, 0%. Shop online 24/7 at NimnikBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Rage. With a huge selection of guns, ammo, and accessories, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level. They've got everything you need to hit your target. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, Their friendly experts will guide you every step of the way at 4630 Blanding Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Gun and Range. Gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
Bolt City AC, heating that rules.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bolt City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bolt City AC, we got the crew. Bolt City AC.
Visit BoldCityAC.com.
Oh, we all can look back on fun of some of the toys we got at Christmas, and some of us are all grown up and we still got toys, and many of you out there need a place to store them. And I'm here to tell you about the Shed out at Atlantic Beach. Been talking about them now for a couple of months. I'm going to ask you to go to theshed.com and find out more. I can't do it justice. You got to see these places to believe them. But if you need somewhere to properly protect your boat, RV, three-wheeler, maybe you need a workshop. I mean, there's so many uses, multi-purpose uses. The big picture on what you get out of these units is really unbelievable. So listen, you can store in it, you can work in it, play in it. You need to find out more. Just call 555-3195. The holidays are here. It's a time that makes you recall all your toys. And if you got toys now and they need protected, luxury storage, there's none better. Minutes from beaches and boating. You need to see them to believe them. Go to theshedjacks.com now.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, y'all. Melissa Scobie here, and you know my husband Josh could really kick that ball. But when it comes to working around the house, well, not so much. So when I need irrigation, drainage, or seamless gutters, I rely on John Haney's crews at Clearwater. Hit it, guys.
Clearwater irrigation.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com. Stay in touch with the stars of Coral Gables.
From South Beach to Jacks Beach. Stay on A1A for the latest from Miami on the Hurricane Report.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
On 1010XL.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Hey folks, Dave Binion with Zero Res. I asked my wife what she wants for Christmas, and she said the same thing she does every year. She wants a clean home full of family and friends. That means the carpets, the tile and grout, the large oriental rug in our family room, and the huge sectional sofa that everyone loves to hang out on all need a good Zero Res cleaning. Give Zero Res a call and get your carpets cleaned for only $49 a room, and get your tile and grout cleaned for 25% off. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. Woolsey Morecambe is your MVP in the legal game. Our team of skilled attorneys tackle personal injury cases with compassion and expertise. With fumbles like a car or truck accident, we're here to seek the compensation you deserve. Right here in Jacksonville, we've successfully won over $100 million and earned a championship-worthy record. When it's game time, you want a team that plays to win. Contact Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Best Bet is number one. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Difference a year can make. Well, some sort of dance going over here.
Not bad. That boy two-stepping, ain't it?
It's doing something. I don't think, is that what it is?
Yeah, I'll give him that. I'll give him that little nice little two-step.
Thank you, sir.
What a difference a year makes. Do you guys remember this mini controversy at all? Listen, in addition to winning the Heisman for his athletic exploits, haven't we heard nothing but good things about Travis Hunter off the field?
Everything but that woman.
Stellar.
As to his work, work ethic, captain,
Great kid.
GPA, just a good.
Gives his money away, apparently.
just
Like
seemed
he,
like a really-
he contributes to the NIL, he said.
It seems like a really, really good dude, right?
Right.
That was fun. Do you remember? I remember this, but I had forgotten because it went off the rails for Colorado last year, right? They had a couple of wins early, and Hunter flashed, and then he got injured, and they went off the deep end, and they really, that's why this year's breakout was, I think, even more noteworthy because they turned around from 4-8 to 8-4.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember last year he took a little heat, and this does not speak to those leadership qualities, but his team was getting blown out in a game, and while the game was going on, he was twitching, a video game stream. You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah. He was out for at least 2 weeks due to an injury, and was seen streaming on Twitch Saturday while his team lost to Oregon State. It was 35-0 at halftime. Got some criticism on social media for playing a basketball video game during Colorado's massive losses, but in fairness, others pointed out watching the game on TV may not have helped. He ended up coming back later in that year, and again, he was down with injuries. It's not like he walked away from his team and had a glass of wine and streamed while they were out on the battlefield. But that is, I think there's something that can be said here. I think it speaks to who he is at totality that something like that doesn't stick. Like I didn't forgotten all about that or barely remember it registering when it happened. So, we'll see where Travis Hunter it winds up.
Yes.
He's going to go. Look, a lot of times the media projections don't match what the NFL types will start telling you when you get to February, March, but it certainly seems like he's going to be a top 3, top 5 pick.
What do you think?
It seems like it. I would, again, from the Jags' perspective, I'm not going to lose my mind if they don't, but that's the only guy that I want. The only one I want. I'm going to say this. It's not a total overreaction. And I don't know what it means long term. I'm not saying they could or they might or they should consider it. They should. The Falcons should change quarterbacks and to continue to send this decrepit, terrible Kirk Cousins out on the field week after week after week. I promise you Michael Penix Jr. is better. You know how I know this?
How?
He can't be worse. When I tell you how bad Kirk Cousins is playing quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, you're not going to believe it. But see, I've watched a lot of it. Mm-hmm. He's terrible. Dan, last 5 games. Would you like to guess Kirk Cousins' touchdown to interception ratio? 5 games. 4 of which were a loss, a 4-game losing streak. The last 5 games, Kirk Cousins' touchdown to interception ratio. ET, you want to take a guess? How many TDs, how many interceptions last 5 games?
I think 0 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Well, he had a touchdown last night.
Okay.
Yes. But you're 1 touchdown, 9 picks over 5 games in a team that's trying to make the playoffs. He's already played you out of position with 4 straight losses from 3 and 6.
You could change it conceivably. Normally,
why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
They gave him all that money.
Yeah.
But
they drafted
Well, he's not going to be quarterbacking next year. I mean, he's done. These last 3 games of Kirk Cousins being the Falcons quarterback.
Has he hit is he just aged out?
I don't know. He's always been good. I don't know. I don't.
It's weird because same thing with Russ last year when he was with Denver. We're like, man, this guy's done.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem like it. Kirk's 36, so
right.
He shouldn't be this far gone. And again, here's another reason that as a Falcon observer, I want Penix to play. I got how many rookie quarterbacks were there this year? Jaden Daniels was one. Where's he going? to the playoffs. You know, it was another one, Bo Nix. Where's he going? Don't tell me you can't, rookie aren't going to keep you from getting there. But 1 touchdown, 9 picks in 5 games, that's unbelievable. That's worse than any quarterback here has ever done. And if we had a quarterback that went 1 touchdown, 9 picks in a playoff race over a 5-game span, we'd be screaming up from the mountaintops to play the other kid.
He's got 18 and 16 on the year, so obviously he started out pretty well.
Yeah, no, he was very good. It was just bizarre.
His stats still aren't horrible. It's weird. 67%, 3,500 yards. 16 picks is a lot for him, but his rating is 88 points. He's usually a guy who, I don't know why, he's one of those guys who benefits from whatever he always has a high number. Yeah, he has a high number. But
I'm just, Dan, he has thrown a bunch of
He's
picks.
gone, like Aaron Rodgers has gone opposite of Kirk Cousins. Aaron Rodgers has gotten much better, and Kirk Cousins has gotten much worse.
And Cousins also has, look, he's there. The other team has left a pick or two on the field every week, too.
Yeah.
Like, he's gotten away with other play. He's also skittish in the pot. It's just top to bottom, terrible quarterback play.
Yeah.
And again, for 5 games to go 1-9, that's unbelievable that a guy keeps playing. I don't know if there's another quarterback in the league that could go 5 games, 1 touchdown, 9 picks, and still have his job.
No, that's crazy. There's a lot of, there's it's always interesting, like, in a quarterback, it's just discussed week after week after week. And, you watch guys like, this guy's having a good year. this guy isn't having a good year. I mean, Baker Mayfield's been sensational. 32 and 14, 104 rating on his 4th team. Sam Darnold, 105 rating, 29 touchdowns and 11 picks. I mean, 3,500 yards. I mean, Lamar, 34 and 3. I mean, Lamar Jackson has every right to be discussed as the MVP of the regular season, but we won't. Josh Allen's going to get it, it seems like, this year. But Lamar Jackson could say, well, wait a minute. And their numbers are very comparable.
And this is where, and I think fairly, the wins matter.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if Lamar were 10-2,
yeah,
and Josh Allen were 8-4,
yeah,
I would think Lamar should be the MVP. But Lamar, it's also going to hurt Lamar, maybe rightfully so, that he's won it twice already. You got your MVPs, man.
Yeah.
And I bet to Lamar's end, you would almost become sheepish winning a 3rd and 4th MVP without hoisting the trophy.
Correct.
Right.
It's almost like it becomes a negative.
Right? It gets a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, but also, like, his year this year is better than his MVP years, which is crazy.
Right. By the way, just for the record, just so I'm clear on this, Gritty is not a voter. Is that correct?
Gritty's not a voter.
Okay.
That is
Otherwise,
correct.
we'd be in trouble.
Dan, another sign of the influence of the NIL, they are dictating to these coaches in some degrees. You're not going to get your money if you don't do this. I think there's some of that happening in Florida. I think some of the NIL donors are going to pull back their donations if, say, there aren't staff changes made. I think that
at Florida?
Yeah, I think that becomes a part of.
What's that? What do you?
Well,
what's the?
I'll give you for instance. There's going to be a guy who's going to join the staff. I believe it might, off field something Billy Napier, but there's more and more smoke about Randy Shannon returning to Florida again in some form or fashion.
They want him there?
I believe so. I know some of the fans do. I've got this. This is in conjunction, and I'll share this text. This is one of them I'll just share. What I'm hearing. Okay. One is Shamar James is going to be gone.
Okay.
And the news will come after the bowl game from an NFL NIL contributor. He told Billy Napier he would not continue without some staff changes. At a surprise visitor at Sunday's practice, Randy Shannon came as a guest of Billy Napier. Guys say,
well, does the guy want Randy Shannon or not want Randy Shannon?
No, he wants him.
Okay.
Yeah. Off-field position, Napier's creating. The NIL guy's super stoked Randy may take that job.
Mm-hmm.
So just a couple different things. I don't care about Randy Shannon. I don't care about Billy Napier. What I do care about is if you think this influence is not going to be now greater than ever, it's just like high school helicoptering parents on steroids.
Because
they're going to tell the most successful coach in the world what they have to do with their kids.
Well, it's always been that way with the boosters too. So
it is. Now it's just known, I guess. This is no different than the booster pressures you would get. But before, Dan, they didn't just flat out fund you. It went through the university arm. They had to raise the money. So there was a layer of protection between booster and coach.
Mm-hmm.
There was. That's gone now.
Yeah.
I mean, flat. What a pain in the arse to be a college football coach.
Huge. That's why
and these guys going back. Why would you go from the NFL to college? You guys are going the wrong way, man.
Yeah. Seems like it, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't get that one.
All right. This seems like a misprint.
Okay.
And things will change when you get to conference play. It's bound to. It's inevitable. But the SEC has 6 of the 10 and 8 of the 25 in the latest college basketball poll.
Okay.
8 teams in the top 25?
Yeah.
From the SEC in basketball. Look no further than the top where Tennessee is 1. Auburn is gaining on them at 2. Kentucky has, Mark Pope's been very good. I was, down on that higher, but so far so good.
Who?
Kentucky is number 4. Alabama is 6, and Florida is 7. Florida's 6 in the coaches poll. They're 7 here. I think they were 5 in the net rankings. The Gators, I bring this up. They play North Carolina tonight. This is not a North Carolina team that is. Well, they're not. They're barely receiving votes. Outside of the top 25, if you played it out, they'd be 26, 7, 8, 9, 30, 40 something. I mean,
Florida 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah, imagine that. In North Carolina, the game's in Charlotte. And by the way, Florida, if they play just any semblance of the way they've been playing, they will beat. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you keep beating. It's not winning games. It's beating the brakes off of everyone. I mean, they're just beating the tar out of everyone, Dan. Like everyone they play, they're up 20 early second half. FSU, Virginia, Wichita State, Arizona State. Doesn't matter. Everyone they play, they just destroy. So North Carolina struggled. We'll see.
What is the who has North Carolina lost to?
Well, they played a schedule that is I think they've lost to Kansas. Let's see. North Carolina beat Elon, lost to Kansas by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then they rallied off 3 wins in a row over so. They lost to Auburn by 13. Oh, they played a tough schedule. They lost to Auburn by 13. They lost to Michigan State by 3 in overtime. They lost to Alabama by 15. Then they beat Georgia Tech and LaSalle. So all the losses are to really quality opponents. Alabama, I just said top 10. Auburn, top 10. Kansas at the time was number 1 in the country. So they're 4 losses. They're 6 and 4, and the 4 losses all come to good teams. So, yeah, maybe I'm ahead of myself on North Carolina being particularly down. That schedule is a lot harder than the one Florida has played.
I think this text on the text line sums it up. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Boys, I so miss 90s college football. It's ruined now. But damn it if I won't watch every playoff game. Correct. 100%. I agree totally with that. Shoot, I miss the days of, the SEC champ goes to the Sugar Bowl and the Big 12 champ goes to the Orange Bowl and the Big 10 champ would go out to the Rose Bowl. I love that stuff. So, anyway, let's grab a break. Want to keep it rolling. This is the drill on 1010XL.
Yes, it's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. And by the way, it's gift-giving time here. Catlin Truck Accessories certainly has you covered for all of your accessory needs, particularly truck or SUV owners in your family. So whether it's the cam locker toolboxes or the bed liners, the bug shields, you don't know what to get, call them, get a gift certificate. You can count on Catlin for Christmas.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
It's the final days to get inflation fighter savings at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. The final days to save thousands with just $500 down and $288 per month for a pre-owned 2021 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for $500 down and $388 per month. Don't wait. The final days of inflation fighter savings are here. So get to Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hicken here for my friends at Lockhart Construction. You know Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction. His dad started the company. I've told you all about him. Been around for a long time because they do great work. And they take care of people in Jacksonville, people like me. We've used Lockhart Construction numerous times. Bathroom, remodeling, etc. He's done siding at my son's house. Terrific work. Why? Fast. Get it done on time. Friendly. Nice people. Affordable. Yeah. And clean. They're in and out of your house. They keep it clean. Their family gives your family a better living experience. I say you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. If you have a construction need, a remodel idea, all you got to do is give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, 994-3865.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Your pipes are leaking. Don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Cigar smokers, All-Pro Lyman Leon Cersei here for my favorite spot, Cigars International. The Cigars International Superstore is now open at the Town Center, a massive 6,200 square feet with over 600 cigar brands, a full-service bar, and indoor and outdoor lounges with flat-screen TVs. Give their old-fashioned a try. It's the best that I've ever had. Follow on social for holiday specials and events. Cigars International is now open at the Town Center.
It's about the hunt.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman.
We take you from the water to the woods.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
Let's go to the woods, y'all.
Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up, use the promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on my bookie risk-free Thursdays. That's right. There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, my bookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with my bookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie.
It's the Jaguars' final home game of the 2024 regular season, and you don't want to miss it. Join us Sunday, December 29th for our fan appreciation game when the Jaguars take on the Tennessee Titans.
It's going to go over on down, and the Jags are going to win the ball game.
To lock in your seats for this divisional matchup, head to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you there, Jags fans.
If you're looking for the best in indoor air quality, I've got the experts to call. Florida Home AC, the official AC provider of the Jaguars, specializing in the best air quality for your home or work with the Remy Halo. Instead of waiting for pollutants to travel through the ductwork to be neutralized, the Halo cell releases friendly oxidizers every time your fan blows air, helping those in your home that suffer from allergies and other respiratory issues.
Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and start enjoying cool comfort and clean air.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Head coach Doug Peterson, during his Monday presser, tried to explain why so many close losses this season.
Players ask us why all the time on certain things, and for me, it's to find out the whys. Why are we still making some of the same mistakes? And it's got to work two ways, right? The coaches have to obviously explain the information.
Jag quarterback Tyson Campbell remarked on how he wanted to see the Jags wrap up the next 3 games.
Just finish strong, man. We got 3 games, though. Making sure we, take it one game at a time and just try to go 3-0, but go 1-0 each week.
Running back Travis Etienne Jr. has a plan for his last 3 games of the season.
And just go out there and put great things on tape and, just try to be the best running back that I can be for the team.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. A couple things. Have a little fun with hardball here in 1 second, but first things first, I've got to know.
Talk to me.
Are they on again? Are they off again? I mean, is this a sign of love when you're in the club and you're throwing money, throwing stacks in the air?
Let me talk about Offset and Cardi.
Yeah, what do you got for me?
And actually, that wasn't like a friendly exchange.
It was not friendly?
No, it wasn't a friendly exchange.
Okay. What happened? Offset and Cardi have been on and off for about 20 times now. They share children together. I mean, 3 or 4, I think. Is that correct, E?
Yeah, they got a couple.
She recently had a child, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Culture, I believe.
Perfect name for us. We discussed them a great deal here on the program. They were both in the same club.
Yeah, in an adult entertainment establishment in Miami.
Each were pulling out large stacks of cash.
Racks, pillows.
Throwing them into the air.
Yeah.
Making it rain is what they used to say.
Yeah.
What's the deal there, E?
Well, so Offset was celebrating his birthday in the adult establishment, and it was somewhat a sign of disrespect, like throwing the money at his wife.
Okay.
And she, she's like, I got bread too, so she was.
Why was she? Are they together or not together?
That's what I don't understand. Why?
I kind of read into it that she was there to celebrate with him, but it clearly did not look like they were friends. They were on different levels.
Well,
too.
to each his own. I don't think it would fly real good for me, particularly like if I took my significant other to celebrate my birthday with me at the adult establishment.
Shake 'em?
Yeah, that's just me.
That's just you.
It's just our business. Again, I mean, yeah.
All right, I've got
been to the shaking before my significant.
Of course, yeah. Are you still with her?
No. not because of the shake 'em.
Oh, okay. Well,
might have something to do with it,
No, I had nothing to do with it.
Doesn't matter. I got breaking news here. I'm done, man. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me a third, fourth, or fifth time, I ain't buying. Now, granted, they don't charge you pay-per-view on the last one, but I had such disgust and bad taste from the whole Logan Paul, Mike Tyson. I'm never going down that path again. So, despite the news I'm about to give you, count me out.
What are you going to watch?
Conor McGregor.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the Netflix football games coming up on Christmas Day.
No. I will watch those
Conor's
on the
fighting
boat.
somebody.
I'm on a boat. Conor McGregor says he intends to delay his MMA return. He's agreed to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in
Is that
India.
the brother?
That's the brother, yeah. He's the one who started boxing really before Jake Paul did. McGregor is a former two-weight UFC champion, as we all know. He had been due to come back in UFC, but he's withdrawn. It says the rumors to fight there aren't true. He said, Conor McGregor, I'm in preliminary agreements with the Ambani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India.
Because I can make more money doing that.
And I can't get hurt because if you didn't learn from the last fight, it's all prearranged beforehand that no one can get hurt.
Yes.
Paul is a YouTuber. He's appeared in 4 exhibition fights. He fought to a draw with Floyd Mayweather. Air quotes, and a win against MMA fighter Dylan Dennis. He's become more known for his time in WWE, where apparently he's won the U.S. championships in that quote-unquote entertainment venture. McGregor's appeared in a professional boxing bout only once. He lost the TKO decision to Mayweather. these Paul boys, and I would imagine since Jake Paul put the same parameter on Tyson, I'm sure Floyd Mayweather to get his pay.
Quick question.
To get his money was not, he wasn't allowed to win that fight, so that's why it would have been a
draw. The Paul boys, are they Mrs. Paul's sons?
The fish stick famous brand? Or is that pie? Which one is which? I don't think it's Mrs. Paul's fish sticks kids.
Okay. You've got some explaining to do about your Atlanta Braves. I'd like an explanation, please, sir.
Ow, what
the annual Braves Fest that traditionally hosts.
Who am I explaining it to? Who am I?
To the ball fans.
Okay.
To fellow Braves fans.
You got to be real clear because I sense this uppity walk around the baseball world that Mets fan is on right now, and I'm real happy you guys have bought yourself a little piece of optimism this offseason. But I just want to be clear: the Braves fan ain't got to explain nothing to Mets fan.
Yeah, you do. Your annual Braves Fest that we traditionally host in January, favorite events of the year.
Sure.
Providing the fans with fun and unique opportunities to meet and engage with Braves players and coaches.
First I've heard of it.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and cancel this year.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't. Why do I care?
Why has it been canceled?
Who cares?
I need an explanation.
Listen, dude, you dressed up.
Don't they even care about
Grimace and put him in the stands?
I'm reading the responses.
Don't worry about
They're not happy.
I bet.
This offseason literally can't get any worse.
Yeah.
Bad tweet masterclass right here. We've heard that word before. Braves operating like a low-budget franchise, laughing my ass off.
Let me tell you people who complain
These are your Braves fans.
The off-season. No, they're not.
Yes, they are. This is from Braves country. Braves country.
Sure. I bet you the season tickets are just being canceled left and right now. We'll get our $4 million. Just leave us alone.
$4 million, huh?
I don't. However many you get in a year.
All right, here's the game that we're going to play, Jeff Prosser. If you get it correct, if you get 10 of these correct, you win a brand new car. Every MLB team's largest contract in history, for example, the Mets would be Juan Soto. That's how the game's played. I'm going to give you a team. The Dodgers would be Shohei Ohtani. The Angels would be Mike Trout, okay? I'm going to give you a team. You're going to tell me the largest contract that anyone's ever signed. We're going to start with your Atlanta Braves. Largest contract ever handed out. Largest contract, your Atlanta Braves. Any kind of music accompaniment would be fine. We're going to play this for 10 teams.
Gosh, man, we don't.
New car on the line. Atlanta Braves. Start with a tough one right off the rip.
I guess it's.
This is the.
I don't play the salary game like you. It doesn't matter to me. So I have no idea. I couldn't if I listed the top 10 salaries in Braves history, I'd be way off. All I know is the most. Obviously the more recent you get, the bigger they are. But our guys signed everybody so long term.
Yes.
That I. Now you just mean by money, not by average per year.
I would say
is it
it's
Olsen?
No, it's not Olsen.
Okay. Okay. What is? Yeah. What would you say it is by?
I would say 10 years, $212 million.
That's who it is.
Austin Riley.
Okay, that's who I was going to say next. I thought maybe I didn't have Riley at 212.
Okay. All right. Now we move on. We'll play another team here.
That's good. I like this. This is hard, but they're all probably relatively
largest contract ever given to a Miami Marlin. A Miami Marlin. I feel like this needs a music accompaniment.
I can't. This is. I'm just getting overwhelmed with. They don't pay anyone.
This one's a pretty simple one. Pretty obvious one.
Stanton.
Stanton.
Okay.
13 years, $325 million. They signed.
I didn't remember that they signed him before they did it. They're notorious for not paying. Like I would have a hard time with the Rays. Same question. They don't pay. These teams don't pay anyone.
Thank you. Okay, let's do two at the bottom here. These are the
lowest paid, highest
teams.
Paid. Yeah,
okay. The Oakland Athletics. Or now Stockton or Stockdale or Sacto or wherever they are.
Jose Canseco.
That's correct. It's, what was the dude MVP shortstop?
Tejada.
Miguel Tejada.
Is it not him?
No, it's not.
I would have thought it was him. They don't pay anyone, Hick.
It just got handed out.
Oh, is it to it's not to the right fielder dude?
No. Luis Severino, 3 years, $67 million.
That's terrible. I never got that. I didn't even know he landed with the A's.
Yeah.
That's your guy, right?
Yeah, that's my guy. The Chicago White Sox right behind them, or in front of them, if you will.
Is that not Frank Thomas?
No.
He's been, all right.
This guy should be ashamed of himself.
Ashamed of himself?
Well,
huh?
he should. Yeah, if you wouldn't want you should be embarrassed that your name's the highest Biggest money White Sox deal ever. There's been some great White Sox. Jim Thome should be on there. Frank Thomas should be on there. Wilbur Wood should be on there, for God's
Harold
sakes.
Baines. I hate to see
Harold
him.
Baines. How about Andrew Benintendi?
Ooh, no, I'd never get that one.
Okay, and then
what is that, by the way?
5 for 75.
So $15 million is the most they've ever paid.
Yeah. How about the Cincinnati Red Legs?
By the way, that's disgusting. White Sox are a big market.
I know.
For their biggest contract
Shame on
ever
them.
to be
That's-
$75 million.
Is that Reinsdorf?
Yeah.
Reinsdorf Cowboy?
It was at one point.
All right, the Cincinnati Reds, Jeff Prosser.
Have they paid Ellie De La Cruz yet? Did
They
they
have
just
not.
pay him? I thought they did. All right. The Reds' biggest contract ever. How about Votto?
Very good. 10 years, $225 million. You should get this. Oh. All right, how about the Baltimore Orioles?
Yeah, they just paid one of those young dudes, didn't they?
They may have, but that's not who it is.
Okay. Chris Davis.
Chris Davis, 7 years, 161. The Boston Red Sox. Boston Red Sox.
They paid a bunch of dudes. I'm gonna go Poppy.
Rafael Devers.
I was gonna say Devers.
11
man.
years, $331
They just hit him, man. I was gonna. Damn it. I wish I'd have said him.
Doggone.
I really was.
I believe you. The Washington Nationals. Washington Nationals. Then we'll conclude with one more play.
Is that okay? I'm gonna go Scherzer.
Strasburg.
Oh yeah, he got the bigger
7 years,
yeah,
245.
Yeah.
But he won a World Series.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we'll go with a big market team. Let's go with the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs, the biggest deal they've ever handed out. The Chicago Cubs.
Dansby?
Ooh, good guess, but incorrect.
Is it Chris Bryant?
The Say Hey Kid, Jason Hayward.
Wow.
8 years, 184.
Ooh.
Yeah, Chris Bryant, by the way, Colorado Rockies, 7 years, 182.
Man, these baseball players making a mint.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just that. That's fun with that. We got the 9 o'clock nasty. You ready?
Stay ready, young guy. Get ready.
Yeah, baby. That's next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Have breakfast with 1010XL on game day.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a game day buffet.
That smells good. What is that?
It's the Terminix Kickoff Show. Presented by Clearwater Irrigation and Gatorade. 5 hours before kickoff on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
My name's Jim. I'm 53 years old. There should be options in life, like ways to lose weight. Medications now feel like the only option. I mean, it sounds like a guarantee. I do have friends who have lost weight with them. I tried holding off. I did other diets, but I was miserable. I'd rather be fat and happy. The problem was I wasn't happy fat. I was about to start the meds, but then I heard of Awaken 180's GLP-1 program. Turned out it does the same thing as the meds without injecting myself for life. It absolutely worked. I dropped 45 pounds. I'm now in maintenance, and I feel better than my friends who are still on the meds. Listen, I barely know what GLP-1 is. What I do know is Awaken 180 worked for me. And I was far from miserable doing it.
Thanks, Jim. You all know our success with Awaken 180, and now with Awaken 180's GLP-1 balance, you address the root causes of weight issues. Do it naturally, then keep it off. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Man, you gotta love this time of the year. We reflect families, homes, holidays, some football. Zero Res wants to help you get your house perfect for the holidays, right? And they're there. They'll clean your home for you, the carpet, tile and grout, the Oriental rugs. They'll do it as best they can. And right now, they're offering $49 a room for the carpets. Great deal. 25% off the tile and grout. And by the way, the Oriental rugs, 25% off with our certified master rug cleaner, Gerard. He's got you taken care of. He'll treat those rugs with tender love and care, man. Get your home ready for the holidays with Zero Res. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
All
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Prosser here for Lifetime Flooring. You've heard us rave about Lifetime Enclosures. Now let's talk about Lifetime Flooring. I can tell you firsthand, the product, services, best in Jacksonville. As you know, updating your floors is one of the most dramatic changes you can make to your home. Call the experts at Lifetime Flooring now and ask about their buy one room, get one room free promotion through Christmas. 0% financing, available to meet any budget. Visit their beautiful showroom just off Phillips Highway. And as always, tell them Prosser sent you.
Hey, Hicken here from Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and he's the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today, and you'll experience a difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's what they do. They're Bow 9 and Associates.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Here's a special message from our president.
Thanks, David. This is Jordan Harrington, president of Royal Pest Services. We'd like to thank everyone who has trusted Royal Pest for their pest control needs this year. Wishing all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Royal Pest family.
What's happening, fellas? It's your boy E.T. here. And if you need a little extra boost in the bedroom, Blue Chew is what you need. By now, you probably know that Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxum in a chewable form, and it's at a fraction of the cost. So what you waiting for? Blue Chew is all online. No doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Plus, it ships right to your front door in a discreet package. The licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredients and strengths for your prescription. Guys, if you don't like swallowing pills, no problem. Blue Chew is chewable. And ready for a great offer? How about free? Go to BlueChew.com, consult with a licensed medical provider, and get your first month for free. Turn that oh no into an oh yeah. Just chew it and do it. Visit BlueChew.com.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but incredibly functional for me and Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com. And be sure to check out their end-of-year sale, including 18-month special financing. Closets by Design.
American Electrical, Northeast Florida's highest-rated electricians, is hiring, and they're training people for careers. It's not just job training. They're giving you a license that no one can take away from you, training you for jobs that are always in demand and will offer you a peace of mind financially and for the future. And once you know a trade, you'll always be employable. All the details are at American-Electrical.com. If you're selected to be part of the Electrical Academy, you'll learn the electrical trade absolutely free of charge. American Electrical, powered by professionalism, equal opportunity employer.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a professional stamp licker from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Martin Celery.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to play, Bob.
Well, let's move things along. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Wait, but
That's right, Marty. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we've stocked up on the remaining inventory of low-cost 2024 model air conditioners. So you win. We're passing the savings on to you.
Can I answer a question first?
We need to make room for the 25s, so we're offering great deals on AC replacements while supplies last.
Could I spin the wheel at least? I've been practicing for a year.
With last-minute deals like this, there's no question that you are cool.
what do I tell my kids?
There you go. Have a souvenir t-shirt.
Thanks.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by USA Park Airport Parking. As Florida prepares for the Gasparilla Bowl this Friday, Gator head coach Billy Napier likes what he's seeing from the team.
Yeah, I've been impressed with our team just in terms of we lifted and ran, and then we've started practicing. I mean, the energy's good.
Florida State is retaining one of its starting defensive linemen for the 2025 season after previously announcing plans to enter the NFL draft. Redshirt junior defensive tackle Darrell Jackson has changed his mind. On Monday afternoon, he revealed that he's returning to Tallahassee for one more season. Florida pro teams on Monday. In the NBA, the Miami Heat fell to the Detroit Pistons. In the NHL, Florida Panthers defeated the Edmonton Oilers. Tampa Bay Lightning will be taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets this evening. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:05 and it's 61 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Gookin Nation. It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of Sports Media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah, freaking blah.
And E to the T.
He is the GOAT producer.
I'm going to do you a solid right here, right now. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure. You asked me a question yesterday. I'm going to give you an answer.
By the way, it's Charlie Strong, not Randy Shannon, to what we talked about earlier.
What?
I think. Anyway, that's it. That makes sense to anyone that was questioning. Go ahead.
Oh. All right. You had asked me, you had said Thanksgiving has come and gone. Where's the showdown in Sherwood or whatever it is?
Yeah, I was curious.
I believe it's tonight.
Oh, it is tonight. Who knew?
So there's your answer.
Yeah, I'll be watching Florida and North Carolina basketball, so not so much. This is an odd time to have it. It's usually on a...
Rory said they're out on the hitting balls, kind of holding court, and it's Rory and it's Brooks and
it's Liv versus PGA.
Yeah, it's Brooks and DeChambeau.
Yeah, against Rory and Scheffler, right?
Against Rory and Sheff.
Are they playing straight 18 holes or goofing it up again?
Rory said, I'd like to get Bryson back for what he did to me at the U.S. Open, to which Bryson responded right away, right off the rip. Well, to be fair, you kind of did it to yourself. Which is jeez. Ouch. I mean,
Bryson, he's had a remarkable change of perspective, right? Like
100%.
What people feel about him is so different than what it was when he left. It's amazing. Here is one guy who managed to go to Live and
the only guy who did what he said at Live. Yeah, the only guy who said, "Hey, I'm going to go and I'm going to do things for the game."
Because if you left and you didn't do that, then you disengaged from the American golf public. But what DeChambeau did is, he went to Live. No one watches him play competitive golf anymore. That's just a fact. No one here in America watches Live golf. It's an awful TV product. But DeChambeau has gone all in on content creation that makes him more engaged than he ever was as a PGA Tour member. And he can do that and share that engagement with golf fans and people that enjoy it because of the exorbitant amount of money that Liv played him to not win, just to play.
I'm going to circle back to college football, ask you guys both a question, get your opinion on this. This is like the hottest rumor in college football right now.
Wow.
All right.
All the land.
E, can you give me a hot rumor ditty, please?
Hot rumor ditty?
Fresh, something we never heard before, maybe.
Yeah, this is hot. This is so hot, man. I mean, this is the hot rumor. And it all emanates, I hope that's a word, originates, probably better. But it all comes from Austin, Texas.
Okay.
The hot rumor. Oh, yeah. That's hot rumor time, baby.
Yeah, it's like the Purge is starting.
Oh, dear. Purge.
It's that fire truck, baby.
Dan Hicken. Hot rumor.
It's a fire.
Fireman.
Yeah, they call me the fireman. It's surprised because I got a hot one.
Is that what they do?
So,
because you eat a lot of Rolaids.
So Quinn Ewers is. We've talked a little bit about that. You know, what's he going to do? The scouts are saying go back for another year. You need another year, which is surprising. Everybody thought Quinn Ewers first round pick. He's coming out. Well, if Quinn Ewers stays, what happens to Arch?
Oh,
so the hot rumor continues to more on the hot rumor in a second, but that's the rumor. So say Ewers decides to stay, well then Arch is leaving, but the word out of Texas is Arch is our guy next year no matter what, so Quinn will be leaving.
Oh.
It don't matter which one's leaving. One school wants either one, and they're willing to pony up heavy check.
North Carolina.
Yeah, sure. That's a hot one.
That's it. You're welcome, North Carolina. If you didn't have that idea already, it's the first thing I said when Belichick took the job. Go get Arch Manning.
North Carolina
will be in the playoff next year.
Reportedly prepared to command the largest NIL deal in history to land either of the Texas quarterbacks.
Yeah, so good for them. And by the way, if you pay Quinn Ewers a bunch, fine for 2 years. He's not going to make more going to the NFL unless it's a first-round pick.
Right.
That's a good point. It's a good point. So anyway, we'll see if that hot rumor comes to fruition.
Of all the losses for the Lions, and you've pointed them out, they've been really injured. I don't think any is this big, and I think this guy's been an under-told part of their success, he and the two-headed monster that he forms. But David Montgomery for the year is a big one for the Lions.
Yeah.
I mean, their strength in their offense has been that double threat, man, and those guys are each explosive and talented. I believe if they weren't there already, they were each going to get 1,000 yards rushing. There haven't been a ton of NFL teammates in the history of the National Football League that have each run for 1,000. And I know with 17 games that changes the dynamics a little bit, but David Montgomery, don't get it twisted, a big part of the Lions' offense and how good they are. This guy's terrific and out for the year.
Well, speaking of the Lions, head coach Dan Campbell does a weekly radio show up there with Turkey and Banjo in the Detroit area.
Does he do it like in some sort of like caveman attire with a big like leg bone in his right hand? Because
I don't know if they've been bleeped out, but I'll
send it to me. I'll vet it.
I'll send it to you. I want to hear it because it says it's a must watch. Even dropped 2 F-bombs.
He cussed in his own coach's show,
addressing their injuries, how they'll overcome them.
Is this a press conference or a coach's show, you said?
I got to check this. I got to send this to my guy, E. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm doing something right now. I'm going to need you to take charge of the program. I'm not a good, what do you call it?
Multitasker.
Well, what are you sending him again? What's the topic that we're going to be further discussing?
Well, you brought up the Lions.
Oh, I brought up the Lions. Yeah.
So my point was Dan Campbell just
had a press conference.
Just momentarily went on talk radio.
Okay, that's what it is. That's what I was asking about multitasking. You couldn't answer that.
Their names are Turkey and Banjo up there.
Yeah.
You know.
We once had a turkey. They tried to bring in a Turkey and Banjo to replace us early in the process here. He was a little itchier trigger finger. I get worried a little quicker back then. And after we were here for like 8 days, they tried to bring Turkey and Banjo in. But we found him in the production studio, and quite frankly, we kicked their A.
I'm Turkey.
Yeah.
And I'm Banjo.
Yeah. Yeah.
That wasn't pretty.
Big mistake.
Biggest mistake this station would have ever made.
For sure.
Oh, are you kidding me? Anyway, I don't appreciate the fact that Dan Campbell, was fired up this morning. I do appreciate that, and I want to hear what he had to say because, listen, he hears the narrative, and right now, and it started this week with the loss to the Bills, you, me, every football fan is like, man, I don't know if Detroit. Look, they lost to Aleem McNeil, who's their best defensive lineman, man. He's a heck of a football player. He's like a Pro Bowl caliber.
Let's be fair. They already lost their best defensive lineman. His name Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah. So, I mean, Anzalone's out. I mean, they lost 2 more corners.
Some of those guys will get back for the playoffs, but to your point, right now, they're in the throes.
They have as of before yesterday, and I don't know who they put on.
Montgomery could be back for the playoffs.
Is that what they say?
He's got a sprained knee ligament, so he could be back.
I thought they said out for the year.
Yeah, for the year, but not the postseason.
Oh, okay.
It's a sprained, like, MCL. We'll have Doc Thursday. I can't imagine that.
It's surgery.
That's okay. You can have meniscus surgery and be back in 6 weeks. Now, understand the playoffs won't start for 4 or 5 weeks for the Lions.
6 weeks, bro, is Super Bowl. 6 weeks from now is a Super Bowl, friend. It is. It's December 17th. Right?
Well, okay.
I mean,
I thought I saw that he would still be.
Maybe you might be right.
Available for the postseason.
Super Bowl is February 9th. And there's a date before it.
Yeah,
so
7 weeks, but whatever.
Yeah,
it's closer to 6 than it is to 4.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's. I don't know. Maybe he is back. I don't know.
Well, we got 3 weeks of the regular season, and so he's going to have 4 full weeks to their first playoff game. So it may be 6 weeks to the Super Bowl. There are 4 weeks until their first playoff game. And if they're the top seed, there are 5 weeks until the Lions play, right? They've got a game this week, and then the next week, and then the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the first week of the playoffs, which if they have the bye, they won't play. So he literally wouldn't be playing for 5 weeks, back to my original point. He'd have 5 weeks to get over the injury. Now, that's from the injury till playing 5 weeks from the date. You got to get in the practice and that kind of thing, but...
Have you acquired the Dan Campbell, or does it require cleaning up?
Yeah, I'm going to have to clean that up.
It needs some cleaning up?
Yeah, I'm going to clean it up, though.
So he dropped the bombs on live radio.
What was he mad about?
He's just a passionate.
He's getting on my nerves, dude. It's bound to happen, right? You get to a point and they just get tired. I don't like how dramatic he is in every press conference. Like he's either about to cry or he's about to just go overly emotional.
Well, that's who he is, my man.
I guess, man. It's just too much, man. At some point, Dan, seriously, bro, take a How to Convert for Dummies course or something. You got to stop it, man. Onside kicks and ridiculous times and fake punts and this, that, and the other. Just stop. It's like won a game without fail, Hick.
Yeah.
You know, the one where he went for it not once but twice, didn't kick the field goal in the Green Bay game. He escaped. Turns around the next game, onside kicks with 12 minutes to go, down 10. Listen, if you could have just tried a sneak attack onside kick, it would have made some sense.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you have to announce that you're onside kicking, and then it makes it an even dumber choice. This guy can't help himself. He's a meathead, man.
All right, let's do this. Let's grab a break. We'll come back. We'll hear Dan Campbell. We'll keep it rolling.
I want to talk about the first round of the playoffs, too.
College football.
I want to go through some of these games. Like, are we going to get to, ultimately, it's going to be the same 4 that it would have been if we'd have just picked 4?
That would be fun.
Right? It could be. All right, anyway, it's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Hey, listen, remember Catlin here at Christmas time and gift-giving time, gift certificates that serve the purpose. I mean, you know, from the WeatherTech floor mats for the truck or SUV owner in your life, that would go a long way. Christmas time and all the time. You can count on Catlin.
They may not make a lot of plays.
Good snap. Good hold.
But sometimes they make the most important play.
Best kickers in the league year in and year out.
Listen for the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game on 1010XL.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
The Teal and Black looked to attack early versus the Jets, and Mac Jones, along with the Young Guns, answered the call to strike first in the ball game. Thanks to a 13-play series capped off by a Brian Thomas Jr. 3-yard score, Jacksonville would take an early 7-0 lead with 8:37 left in the first. The 70-yard drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Hey, John, I think everyone in Jacksonville is ready to elevate their ride.
Absolutely. At Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, we have stunning 2024 Escalades and Lyrics in stock right now.
And the great news is you can get a $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Don't wait for the 2025 models to come in.
Luxury is just a visit away. Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Not available with some other offers. Must take retail delivery by 10/31/24 plus tax tag title $8.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Listen. Doctor available to you any day and any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for decades, man, but he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. You bet I'm going with him. Why? Because you know how sometimes doctors, you need an appointment, you're not feeling well, you can't get you in for 3 weeks. Doc T, you get in right away. Why? Because he's limiting his clients. He's practicing medicine again. Medical emergency, here's his personal phone number. He'll get right back to you. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as doctors, Townsend's one of the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. I'm in. Yearly physicals, officer virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups. Doc T's got you covered. Find out How you can take advantage, just go to mypvconcierge.com. mypvconcierge.com. Get all your questions answered. That's mypvconcierge.com.
Florida's weather is unpredictable. Don't let the Epic chill catch you off guard. For reliable heating services, call Epic Cool Heating and Air. Keep your home cozy all season long. Call 904-859-EPIC. 904-859-3742.
It's the Gator Podcast Channel with Frank Frangie and me, Dan Hicken, on all things Gators. Hacker and Denny Thompson have Gator Bites, and you can find them wherever you find podcasts or at 1010XL.com. Presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing with the CFNA card. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, Big Chief's expert technicians will take care of your car with top-notch service. And with no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to handle your vehicle needs. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply for your CFNA card today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
1010XL celebrates high scorers.
1010XL and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists celebrate scholar athletes.
In class and on the court.
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Matt Hayes here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatcierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Your business could already be hacked, and you wouldn't even know it. Most breaches go unnoticed for months, costing thousands in damages. Double-check cybersecurity, detect threats before it's too late. Protect your business. Visit doublecheck.com today.
Our most popular meat combo is ready to grill this season. Pounds and pounds of marinated steak tips and chicken, fresh ground beef, and homemade sausage. Just ask for the sampler combo.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Texas defensive lineman Sadir Mitchell has entered the transfer portal. A lot of folks didn't think any of the kids in the playoff would go in, but yeah, they are. Darn right they are. We got heck of a college football slate coming up this weekend.
Oh, man.
Mixed with NFL football as well. So
Do we have Saturday NFL this
yes,
week?
2 games.
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
They should have played Saturday NFL last week. We
Yeah.
had nothing football-wise until Army-Navy at 3. We should have done because I love NFL. By the way, I'm going to say this. You've been out of the long game fantasy world for a while.
Yes.
I, like probably many others in the audience this morning, today is a morning to mourn.
Season over.
Condolences.
Playoffs begin.
Commiseration. No, playoffs ended. Your season, your long season ended yesterday for many of it. It was your first run to your playoffs, or you had long game, daily fantasy leagues, or however it is you do it. So all mine came to a crashing halt last night, so close in one of them. So I share in your pain and misery, and those that are still alive and piecing it together and trying to take home the big prize just in time for the Christmas cash. Good luck to all of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oof.
Absolutely.
So
you've got good games. I think.
What are they?
I think it's.
Because I won't watch. I'll watch the college.
I'll watch both.
If I had the fantasy relevance to it, to be honest, I would be more likely. But I am stoked for all 4 of these games. I think they're all good games, Dan. The one thing I will say, which could be surprising, and I kind of joked, are we just going to see the same 4 that we would have invited? That doesn't mean that to get there, they won't have to beat a good team in a close game.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me who is most. Well, don't pick an upset if you don't believe it, but can you make yourself believe, like to a point that you really would call for one of the following teams to win? To me, there's one that has the best chance.
By the way, it's just so you know, it's Houston at Kansas City and Pittsburgh at Baltimore. So
yeah, those are real.
What time is 1 and 4:30? The first college game starts at noon. They're right in the middle of them. Yep.
God, it's terrible.
Yep. Just the way it is.
Man, what a day on Saturday. Is it going to be cold Saturday by any chance? I'd like to do a fire, man. I need a fireside chat Saturday. That'd be awesome. All right, which of these teams is most likely? Penn State's an 8.5-point favorite at home against SMU.
Talking about cover or are you talking about
I'm talking about a win, man. Cover don't matter. Teams are trying to win and move on, advance, thrive.
I think Penn State wins.
Yeah, I do too. You don't have to. Okay, and then just kind of remember these. Just give me the most likely, even if you don't think one of them will. I, like you, think Penn State will win. I give SMU a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
They got some playmaking. They can put some points up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more playmakers even than Penn State. I do not understand this betting line. I don't know if we're going to sprint to the start line of Friday 5-pack. I'll pick first this week now that I'm trailing for the first time really all year. I do not understand how Ohio State is a 7.5-point favorite over Tennessee.
Ooh, that's a big line.
7.5?
Oh, yeah, I'm all over that.
Yeah, I'll get that one, friend. Pick first.
I got it.
I'm behind, so I'll pick first, and I'll take Tennessee, and I'll probably be wrong. But, I mean, even in the rankings, it's 6 versus 7. Why would that spread be basically the same as Penn State, SMU?
It's a big line.
Don't you think Tennessee has
yes.
That's an upset chance, isn't it?
Judging by the way the last time I saw Ohio State,
I think Ohio State will beat Tennessee. I think Tennessee doesn't have a whole lot of real sturdy wherewithal.
When do they play? Saturday?
Yeah, the only game Friday is the Notre
Saturday
Dame.
night. Ooh, 17 degrees, baby.
Is it? I'll find out. That won't help. I won't help one of them. Texas is an 11.5-point favorite over Clemson.
By the way, Vol Nation has. There's gonna be a ton of Tennessee.
Isn't Texas? Can I argue is the most overrated team in college football?
I like to see Clemson play with them, but I don't know. I've never been a big Klubnik fan, man. I can't.
Why is Texas number 3?
By the way, Clemson got their first portal. They portaled the guy yesterday.
I saw that. Why is Texas number 3 with 2 losses and really not any significant wins?
Just because they got the love early on, and then they went to Michigan, and everybody just they beat me.
Clemson plus 11.5 looks really, really good to me.
Yeah,
that's a lot of points. Clemson's a proud program. They're not just dog meat.
No.
Like Notre Dame 7.5 over Indiana.
I like the Irish.
I do too.
I think Notre Dame's good.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's good, and I think Indiana is among the three incredibly overrated teams in this bracket: Indiana, SMU, and Arizona State. None of the three should even be in a real 12-team playoff with the 12 best teams in college football. I understand that there's paths for.
What about like Ohio State, Penn State, Tennessee, all playing this weekend while Scatterbo and Arizona State sit back and watch?
And Boise and Genty. Really, and so we live in a world where they decided the Mountain West Conference champion deserves a week off after that brutal schedule they played. Okay, so if there were just a 4, I'm going to go by the 1 through 4. It would be Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
It would be Georgia. It would be Texas A&M. I mean Texas. And who else is in the top 4? What are the actual rankings here? Let me see this. Like, who would the 4 be if they just name the 4? All right, here we go.
Who would have been the 4?
It would be, here's who it would be. Wow, there would have been a fight over this. I bet you it wouldn't have ended this way. But here are the college football rankings.
Yeah.
The playoff rankings, the final playoff rankings.
Yeah.
Oregon was 1.
Yeah.
Georgia was 2. Texas was 3. Who do you think was 4? It's wrong, by the way. 4 is ridiculously wrong, but who do you think was 4? Like, terribly, stupidly wrong. Again, we've had some things today that just are making my head explode. They got Penn State would have been 4th. That wouldn't have flown.
Notre Dame would have gotten it.
Yeah, Notre Dame would have gotten it.
Notre Dame would have gotten it.
So what are the chances we get a Georgia, Texas, Oregon, Notre Dame Final 4?
Could. Very good. Very good. Very good. But
although some of those teams are going to have to play some of those teams, right, in the next round.
I think there'll be an upset.
I'm really looking forward to the ball, and Houston, Kansas City, I can do without. That doesn't do a lot for me. That Pittsburgh, Baltimore, now I want to watch that one.
I'll be watching that. I mean, I will. I love college football, but I'll be back and forth, and I don't have to go to streaming, so that's good.
That's for sure.
As long as I don't have to go to streaming, I'll be.
So the Saturday games, you sure they're not prime? I bet you they are.
No, one's NBC and Peacock, and one's Fox.
Okay, you already looked.
Yeah, it's all right there. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, make the turn for home. It's all coming up right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Lauren Brooks here. Why buy from Hodges Mazda at the Avenues? Because they strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. And now they're giving back. Hodges Mazda wants to say thank you to all educators, first responders, and healthcare providers by offering a complimentary oil change and car wash during the Mazda A Season to Move You event. Call today or schedule online at HodgesMazda.com. Come experience for yourself the Hodges Mazda difference. Free oil change not to exceed $79.99. Excludes diesel vehicles. Expires December 31st, 2024. See dealer for complete details.
Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen. Energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. The first 50 customers get a free True Screen upgrade, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
December 17th, 2000, 49ers wide receiver Terrell Owens catches an NFL record 20 passes against the Bears.
What's happening, fellas? It's your boy E.T. here. And if you need a little extra boost in the bedroom, Blue Chew is what you need. By now, you probably know that Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxum in a chewable form, and it's at a fraction of the cost. So what you waiting for? Blue Chew is all online. No doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Plus, it ships right to your front door in a discreet package. The licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredients and strengths for your prescription. Guys, if you don't like swallowing pills, no problem. Blue Chew is chewable. And ready for a great offer? How about free? Go to BlueChew.com, consult with a licensed medical provider, and get your first month for free. Turn that oh no into an oh yeah. Just chew it and do it. Visit BlueChew.com.
My name's Jim. I'm 53 years old. There should be options in life, like ways to lose weight. Medications now feel like the only option. I mean, it sounds like a guarantee. I do have friends who have lost weight with them. I tried holding off. I did other diets, but I was miserable. I'd rather be fat and happy. The problem was I wasn't happy fat. I was about to start the meds, but then I heard of Awaken 180's GLP-1 program. Turned out it does the same thing as the meds without injecting myself for life. It absolutely worked. I dropped 45 pounds. I'm now in maintenance, and I feel better than my friends who are still on the meds. Listen, I barely know what GLP-1 is. What I do know is Awaken 180 worked for me, and I was far from miserable doing it.
Thanks, Jim. You all know our success with Awaken 180, and now with Awaken 180's GLP-1 balance, you address the root causes of weight issues. Do it naturally, then keep it off. Awaken180weightloss.com.
So one of life's most important decisions, if you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. Something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Open enrollment is here, so it's time to secure health coverage for your family. Whether you need Affordable Care Act plans, dental, or Medicare, visit one of the Florida Blue pop-up enrollment tents near you. They make the process easy and stress-free, with medical and dental insurance you can count on. Plus, listen to this. Based on eligibility, many people pay absolutely nothing for coverage. Find a pop-up tent in the Rose parking lot on Beach Boulevard near Southside, and at Night of Wonders at the Orange Park Mall. Here's a reminder for Florida Blue members. You can access Sanitas Medical Center with 3 locations around town offering primary care, walk-in services, an on-site pharmacy, and mental health support. 3 Sanitas Medical Centers and 2 convenient Florida Blue pop-up enrollment sites combined for a winning team in Northeast Florida insurance coverage.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Voice of the Jaguars, Frank Frangie, on the rookie season for Brian Thomas Jr.
I had no idea it was going to be this. I mean,
I don't think anybody did.
No, couldn't have. He went 23rd. This is a top 4, top 5 draft pick. It's clear. I had no idea that this guy is going to be, barring injury, an absolute freaking megastar. Tough, fast, changes directions, good hands, big, great burst. So we got a lot to be upset about at 3-11. I get it. What a megastar number 7's going to be.
Frank Frangie on BTJ with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update. I'm Andrew Gibson.
1010 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, we got a cool down from Dan Campbell. He was on a radio show earlier. Did you clean it up, E?
I did.
Let's go ahead and hear this clip. This is Dan Campbell on Sports Talk this morning.
You know what happens is, you win 11 in a row, and you lose, and then the sky falls. And I hate to say it, but we're not going to be able to win 11 in a row again for the rest of this season. We're just not going to be able to do it. And, what happens is you get used to eating filet, and I'm talking to all of us. And everything's good, life's good, but you forgot what it was like when you had nothing and you ate your molded bread, and it was just fine, and it gave you everything you needed. And sometimes you got to get punched in the mouth and remember what it used to be like to really appreciate where you are, and we'll do that. And so we got a bad taste in our mouth. We got kicked around the other day. We lost a few guys, and you know what? It's exactly what we needed. This is exactly what we needed. So we're going to bounce back. We're going to respond. We got guys that are about to have an unbelievable opportunity here, and we will play the game any way needed to win. We still got a good offense. We got plenty of defensive players. I can go rattle them off right now. We're going to put the best 11 on the field. We're going to freaking cut it loose. We're going to play with our special teams. And I don't give a crap if we got to win by 1 point for the rest of the year. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to be happy about it. We come out of the game with 50 yards of total offense, and we win by 1. You're going to see smiles.
Okay, stop it. Stop.
What?
This is on and on and on and on.
I'm my guy, man.
I'm over the Dan Campbell.
Alone.
Pearls of wisdom.
Let's go.
What are you talking about?
Let's go.
Stop it. What did I just listen to?
I don't know. Dan Campbell.
Minutes. I'm cooling down on the whole Campbell character.
Let's go.
You know what'll really help? First of all, what sky's falling? The only thing people are saying about Detroit is the injuries can catch up with you. And then, this part, Dan, your Dumbo decision-making is going to cost you. So if the sky's falling, it's because you keep going for it at your 29, because you don't kick field goals that will put games away, because you kick onside kicks when the other team, by the way, knows an onside kick is coming with 10 minutes left in games. That's why people are concerned. They're not concerned about whether you can pick yourself up and bite kneecaps. They're concerned you're not going to dump them out of the playoffs with some of these decisions. So just getting a little over the whole Dan Campbell. I mean, it's fine. They're fine, but
at least he has some emotion in him.
I'm starting to feel like every time I see
you gonna run with your guy over here.
If every time I see a guy, he's got emotion, it makes me think that it just is just.
Oh no,
you lost one game out of 12, and we need a mission statement.
He's just saying the obvious. I mean, that's all. He's just trying to get his guys going. He knows it.
I'm cooling down on this. There's no time like the present, and there is no reason for Kirk Cousins to quarterback the Falcons, maybe ever again. It was what a miss in free agency, Hick. Huh? You're drafting a rookie. You're drafting a rookie quarterback, as it turns out, in round 1 in the top 10, and the Cousins experiment's going to last at most 1 year. And this isn't an overreaction or from a fan base that expects good players to be great or great players to be Hall of Famers. That's not what's happening here. Kirk Cousins is playing the quarterback position as bad as any Jaguar quarterback you've ever seen play it. The last 5 games, he has 1 touchdown, 9 picks.
Oh, dear.
I mean, this is a team fighting to get in the playoffs. Go to the rookie and see what he can give you the last 3. And if you don't get in, it's going to be the same thing that'll happen if Cousins plays.
Big Blue Nation got themselves a quarterback. Malik Murphy from Duke has decided to go to Kentucky, who lost a lot of guys in the portal. So
that'd be super interesting as a basketball transfer.
We'll see how that goes. Yeah, Duke to Kentucky.
Duke to Kentucky.
Would be. You want to see what's trending?
Sure.
This is our guy, E. It's brought to you by our friend, Dr. Rick Townsend, mypvconcierge.com for all your medical needs. You can find out all your information, but he wants to practice medicine in a unique way, and that's through concierge medicine. It works. It's great, and he can pay more attention and help you more frequently. That's mypvconcierge.com. E, without further ado.
Number 5.
Well, the prime effect looked like it's taking place. As rumor has it, Michael Vick will be taking his talents to either Norfolk State University or Sacramento State as their new head coach. Now, gentlemen, do you think he would do well in this role?
Great question. I don't know. I mean, I'll be curious to see. I didn't know he wanted to go into coaching, so
We'll see, but as long as he stays away from the animals, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't him.
I mean, this is the Deion Sanders effect, right? It's like take a famous. I mean, because listen, let's be clear about one thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the job at Sacramento State or Dion at Jackson State, you're going way ahead of the line here, right? You don't just go out of hey, I think I'd like to coach, and boom, you got a college football job. And granted, those aren't high D1s by any stretch. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind of coach Mike Vick is. I would say this in an era now where that dual threat ability that he showed is a lot more common. I'm sure he could have some pointers.
Number 4.
Deion Sanders Jr. recently went on a podcast where he stated that Travis Hunter pays about 15 kids' salaries on the Colorado Buffalo squad with his NIL. So basically, he pays into the into Colorado's NIL collective. I think that's pretty legit, man. That kid, he's just a stand-up kid, that Travis Hunter.
Yeah, he's got everything going for him except one thing.
What's that one thing?
Unload the baggage. Get out of that, Trav. He said yesterday, he goes, yeah, she's been drinking all day. I don't know why, because she's so upset.
What's she upset about? Because people have been mean to her?
Being portrayed in the media.
Maybe the drinking all day is part of it. That's the thought. That led to some of the portrayal.
Trav, run.
He's doubling down on this girl. You leave him alone.
He's definitely doubled down on
Leave
it.
him alone. That's fine.
Now, gentlemen, I'm sure you two have not contributed to this at all.
No.
ChatGPT has over 300 million weekly users.
Not sure how to use it.
I already know. I'm sure y'all have. Jeff, have you used it?
No, I don't even know what it is. Yeah.
Well, yes, you do.
Well, I mean, I know. No, I don't. I've never been on it. I don't know what it is.
Helps kids get through school.
Sure it does. It's cheaters.
That's what I think.
Hey, Dan, do anybody use it in your class? Have you discovered any of your students?
GPT?
We talked about it.
GPT.
We talked about it. Don't let me catch you.
It's a sad state on like just society in general that like one of the commercials that's running right now, one of the AI commercials is basically telling you get a little AI and they can actually have conversations with you. You know, since you don't have any like human interaction or friends, here's a box that can interpret what you're asking and answer.
Box will be your friend.
Just talk to your Siri box every day.
Okay.
God bless
Number
you.
2.
This one kind of holds near and dear to my heart. Prison Break, the show Prison Break.
My kids, my boys loved that show. Is that a good show?
It got me through a deployment. It was like one of the first shows that I binged.
Yeah, that's the same with them. Yeah.
But it got real repetitive.
Okay.
Same story over and over. But it's being picked up. A new chapter is being picked up on Hulu. I might pick it out. I might check it out.
So are they going to just kind of restart same actors and whatnot?
I believe so. Okay. Same actors. Yeah, being picked up on Hulu. Prison Break. It was a good show.
E, do we have anything on the drones?
Don't got nothing on the drones.
That's just so weird.
Number 1.
Yeah, I saw a story that said radioactive material has gone missing near Newfield, New Jersey.
Where?
Since the beginning of December, the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission posted an alert on their website. Cat 3 nuclear waste that had come up missing. The container was found damaged and empty.
So, and now they're putting the drones over there just to see if it's like spilled.
We're searching for it.
Why can't they just like tell people? If I was in New Jersey, I would not be happy, man.
No.
I mean, it's one thing sitting down here, but if you're actually living in New Jersey and they're not telling you what's going on right above your head, the government doesn't have the best track record for keeping your best interest at heart.
No.
Number 1.
I saw this when I thought about you, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Freddie Freeman's walk-off granny.
Okay.
The ball sold for $1.56 million.
Ow!
Wow.
The walk-off grand slam that he hit in the World Series.
Yeah, it was $1.55 million, but Freddie wouldn't accept that. It had to be $1.56.
In fairness,
I don't. You know what's great about this story? What I love about this? I don't remember any Freddie Freeman walk-off granny, so it's perfect for me.
In fairness,
I don't remember it.
I love that. That's why if you get the ball, you keep the ball.
All I know is Freddie Freeman homered like every game in the World Series.
Yeah, you get the ball, you keep the ball. You don't give it back. No, I don't want nothing about no tickets.
Freddie Freeman, MVP of the World Series, was he?
Freddie Freeman was terrific.
Yeah. Was he the MVP?
Yeah.
Probably should have been, yeah.
100%.
That's what's trending.
You like homer
well
every
done,
game, right? Is that what happens? Is that how it worked, Dan?
Did you not watch a World Series?
Yeah, I did. I watched every inning.
You don't remember when you sit here and say you don't remember Freddie Freeman's grand slam. It kind of throws you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm teasing.
Oh, okay.
No, I remember him having a big. Yeah, he hit it, and actually it's game 2 or game 1 in Los Angeles where they had the lead late, and then he came. So you just got to get me there, Hick. I got to get the brain just engaged.
We're done. Logs is here.
I was not on
good.
Google, by the way. I literally was doing a brain teaser there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to check the tape Tuesday. That's always fun, I'm
That'll
sure.
be fun for them.
That must be headache-inducing. Like when you first check the tape, what you must see there.
I'm going to ask them when we go to break.
Yeah, what you must see when you first check. Like no matter what you thought it might be, there's always got to be 4 or 5 in the old check the tape process where you're like,
I'm gonna go off the record with Logs here in a second. Not about the Jags, but about the Jets, because remember the guy was telling us we got to ask Logs about Gastineau? Yeah. So we got to find out about Boomer, Gastineau, this whole deal. He lived it.
I'm going to let you handle that. I'm just scooting on out of here. But
he'll go, what is this, some shock jock?
He doesn't remember saying that. That was great. That was the first year, wasn't it?
He's the best.
Year 1, y'all went to New York year 1, Logs, or year 2? Do you remember?
I don't know.
I think it was year 1, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe even in the preseason. I don't remember.
We'll take a break.
Year 2, yeah.
This is the drill.
We got after him. Yeah, that was
You guys wouldn't figure it out.
The Drill on 1010XL.